whatever those are worth. But there is so much more going on behind the scenes, Alex, in terms of improving processes and systems and the way you handle information and data. Can you talk about, some of the things that in the time that Chaim was here, the progress that you saw in your chair? You got access to this stuff in a way that nobody else does.
Yeah, I mean, the people that was hired, they're very good at what they do, and he's not only trying to improve your team, he's kind of like studying the business, where he's going. What organizations are doing a better job with pitching, what organizations are doing a better job with base running, with hitting, and all these people, they're qualified, they're really good at what they do. Obviously, you keep learning on a daily basis, and that's something I want to do. I do believe that there's more that I can learn to put these guys in a position to win championships. And that's my goal. It's my goal every single day, and that's going to be my goal in the off season. And hopefully, it can help me to lead this team to where we want to go.
How about this Toronto team? I mean, they're wounded a little bit. They just got run over by the Texas Rangers. They're still very much in the thick of the playoff race. Vladdy is not himself right now. You get Barrios on the mound tonight. When you prepare for this Toronto series, what stands out?
We know who they are. They know who we are. And we got a good baseball team. We got a bunch of lefties tonight against Barrios. We got Bello on the mound. A little banged up bullpen-wise. Obviously, playing 2 doubleheaders in 3 days doesn't help. Got here late, but show and go. Be ready to play. But, we know how big this is, not only for them, for us too. I still remember Colorado winning 20 out of the last 21, and they made it to the playoffs. So, when they tell us that it's over, but in the meantime, we got to try to play good baseball and win ball games.
I've said this a couple times. Abreu continues to just surprise and surpass any expectations I had of him. Like, clearly the right move in the situation. But I found myself late in the game yesterday being like, man, like you got to take Williers at bat out of it in a close game late. Has he exceeded your expectations?
And they did. They left the lefty to go in the 8th, and we felt like that matchup was a tough one, and we went with Ref. We like Kenley against Ref better than Peralta against Abreu, but he's been solid. And in spring training we saw it. We saw the at bats, controlling the strike zone, and that's what it's all about. Obviously, it's not the final product, but you see it and you're like, okay, there's a piece that is going to be very important, not only for us now, but for the future. Him and Valdi, both of them, we got him, and not too many people agree with that, but there was a vision, and I think it was the right one, and we got 2 really good players.
2 more for you. I know you got a lot of things to do. One on Bello and one a fan question that got submitted today. You were so right about the slider and the cutter, and it seems to me the last couple of times he has really used that effectively to, come into lefties, stay away from righties. What's the progress of those pitches?
Better, much better, and the most important thing is that he's willing to try stuff on the mound, right? He works in between starts, and they work on grips and hand placement and all that, and then he goes to the game and he executes, and that's why he's so special. And there's a place last year that he had his last one. It was bases loaded, 1 out against Chapman. He got a double play, and I think he learned a lot from that situation, and hopefully he can come here today and give us 6 or 7 innings.
All right, now the Sherwin-Williams question of the week. This one comes from Ross at Forbes Industrial Commercial Painting Services in Attleboro. Here we go. How much does locker room culture and team togetherness impact your success?
I think it's important, especially in a season like this that you play every day, every single day. It's different than the NBA, NHL, and the NFL. I think, those days in spring trainings are huge because for real, and as you know it, because you live with us, right? You spend the majority of the summer with your players instead of your family, and I think it's important to get along. One thing for sure, because you don't perform on the field doesn't mean that you have bad chemistry. Sometimes it's you have bad luck or you don't have a good enough team, But I think overall around the big leagues, you see it, the celebrations in the dugout, it goes from the best team in the big leagues to the one with the worst record, And I think over the years, people are learning that, that one thing doesn't lead you to another one, but it's always cool to have a good group a group that gets along because it makes it a lot easier to navigate 162.
Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus is an exclusive program with pro-level services designed to help you manage and grow your paint business. Unlock the pro advantage at swproplus.com today. Well, we know it's been a wild couple of days for you, long days, but we appreciate your time very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
All right, there you go. Will Fleming talking with Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Time now for the injury report presented by Catches Law Group, New England's personal injury pros since 1986. Catches has won over $2 billion for their injured clients, and you never pay unless Catches wins. Injured? Schedule a free legal evaluation by calling 508-321-7000 or at catcheslaw.com. Tristan Casas was a late scratch from tonight's lineup due to a sore right shoulder, but Alex Cora made it sound like not that big of a deal, and he could be back in the lineup as soon as tomorrow. All right, we got our bet du jour, a look at the lineup, the pitching matchup, as well as the scores across Major League Baseball, all coming up next on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Arbella Insurance has been serving the New England community for over 35 years. Being your neighbor helps Arbella provide you the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for New England, here for good.
Why?
Why? If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Attention small business owners. For a limited time, get started with a 30-day free trial of our full-service payroll product and enjoy the next 4 months of payroll at 50% off. That's full-service payroll at half the cost. Sure Payroll. Payroll that runs with you.
Football is back, and so is Cash the Ticket. Jim Costa with Mike Valeni every week this fall. That's picks, parlays, and that sweet, sweet value on all the NFL and college football matchups.
This is the most on-demand podcast of on-demand podcasts. Here's what I mean, and this is something we believe in. If you want to cry and moan, oh, my timeline, it's flooded, grow up. Okay, first world problems. Every game is going to be broken down. Why? Let me tell you as a podcast listener. I don't want to sit through 17 random games. This isn't a hostage situation. Your time is valuable. You want to hear about Miami versus Duke, but you don't want to sit through Boston College v. Tech. Great. Hey, I got an app for that. Scroll the timeline. We're giving you what you want, when you want it, and very distilled fashion.
We're catered to you and the teams you love. That's Cash the Ticket. Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Football season is finally back, and BetQL is here to help you win more consistently this year. BetQL is an absolute game changer if you're looking to find trends to help you win. Make smarter bets on spreads, totals, player props, and more. BetQL has already helped over 300,000 people with powerful analytics and community insights. Don't fumble away your cash this football season. Visit BetQL.com for their free daily analysis today. That's BetQL.com. BetQL.com.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability, plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle. Call or go online to learn more. Offer ends 9/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments. New 50 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and new unlimited intro mobile service.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
At Six Flags Fright Fest, fear is all around you. Some fear the heights, some the frights. But everyone shares the fear of missing out. Join New England's largest and scariest event, Select Night, September 23rd through October 29th, with over 20 horrifying attractions, including 3 new scare zones. You can't escape Fright Fest at Six Flags, presented by Snickers, only here for a limited time. And nothing scarier than that. Visit sixflags.com to purchase tickets.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Back on the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox and Blue Jays getting set to open up a 3-game series in Toronto. Massive series for the Blue Jays as they are currently outside of the playoff picture, trying to chase down the Seattle Mariners. We'll have more on that in a moment. But let's get to the Friday Farm Report, sponsored by your New England Kubota tractor dealers. The versatile Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors are rated #1 in durability and owner experience. In Maine, it's Wallingford Equipment in Auburn, or MB Tractor in Elliott and Gorham, as well as Bacon's Equipment in Williamsburg, Mass. We've highlighted this season of Bobby Dahlbeck a few times during this portion of the show, where in 113 games for Worcester this year, 33 home runs, 77 RBI, and a .939 OPS. So he has certainly made the most of his time at AAA. Of course, top prospect Marcelo Mayer was shut down over a month ago. So he got hurt, and we have not seen him since, and hopefully he can be ready to go for the start of next year. All right, the bet du jour is brought to you by FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. Terp, the goal is to get back to 500 for me. We got however many games, 15 games left. I don't know how many pre-games I have left. Probably about half of that, give or take. I'm 2 games under, so these are huge. These are huge bets. I'm going to go with Houston -1.5. Houston money line is just not good value at -180. So I'm going Houston -1.5 at Kansas City. Zach Greinke is on the mound. Former Cy Young winner Zach Greinke. You know what his record is? His win-loss record.
I know he's winless.
No, he's got one. He's got one. He's got one
Okay.
dub, 15 losses. He's 1-15. And they're like, yeah, go ahead, keep going, trot him out there. So the Astros are almost guaranteed to win. It's just a matter of will they win by 2 or more. I say yes. So that is my bet du jour. Terp, what do you have?
I'm going to go back to the well. Reese McGuire to record a hit, -185.
I should have known.
I thought the books caught up, but I guess not.
Yes.
He has a hit in each of the 3 games he's played in this week. And guess what?
He's a hit machine.
Off Jose Barrios,
Yeah.
he's a 3 for 7 in his career.
Oh, my God.
So give me Reese McGuire to get a hit.
You can spend that money now, Terp. That is as good as gold right there. The Reese McGuire. Yep, Terp, you started that early in the season. That was back in April. You started taking Reese McGuire to get a knock. Not bad. All right, home run prop time. I'm 0 for 3. We've only done this for the last week, but home run, we should have been doing this all year. So maybe next year. Tune in to find out. But I'm going to go Corey Seager did a home run for Texas against the Guardians tonight. It's at +320. He's actually one of the favorites in the game to do it, but still +320. I'll take Corey Seager to homer. Terp?
I was looking for if the Braves, any of the Braves players, because they just mash home runs.
True.
But it would have been live, so I'm going to go with Yordan Alvarez.
Oh, I like that one.
Zach Greinke tonight.
I like it. That could line up pretty nicely. Over-under for the Red Sox game tonight, 8.5, because you got yourself a good pitching matchup. Brian Bayo versus Jose Barrios, and it's sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Bayo, 12-8 with a 3.68 ERA. And I know we say it all the time, but maybe the lone bright spot in the rotation all season long. Barrios, meanwhile, 10-10, but has a 3.63 ERA. He will face a Red Sox lineup that is brought to you by Herb Chambers, New England's largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. HerbChambers.com. As we mentioned, Tristan Casas, a late scratch because of a sore shoulder. So this is what the Red Sox have. Cedar Rafaela will lead off and play center field, followed by Rafael Devers at third. Justin Turner moves to first base tonight, will bat third. Alex Verdugo hits cleanup and will play right field. Masataka Yoshida is the DH. Wilyer Abreu in left bats seventh. Make it sixth. Trevor Story bats seventh at short. Reese McGuire behind the plate. Terps Guy. And Luis Urias is the second baseman batting ninth once again for Brian Bayo. Time now for your Subaru of New England scoreboard. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. For complete details and to find your authorized Subaru retailer, visit SubaruofNewEngland.com. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays have lost 4 straight games. They now trail the Seattle Mariners by a game and a half for the third and final wildcard spot in the American League. Mariners don't play until the late game tonight, 10-10 first pitch against the Dodgers, where George Kirby will be on the mound. So a massive game for the Blue Jays to keep an eye on is that Mariners-Dodgers game. As for the two that are already underway, Yankees with Garrett Cole on the mound are scoreless with one of his former teams, the Pittsburgh Pirates, in the bottom of the first. Marlins with an early 1-0 lead on the Braves. Good one in the AL East, which is still up for grabs. Early in the year, it felt like the Rays were going to run and hide, and then it felt like, the Orioles caught them. Now they're going to just win it. But this thing is super close. They're separated by just 2 in the loss column. They have the same number of wins right now. So only a game back are the Tampa Bay Rays, who take on the Baltimore Orioles. Jack Flaherty, who they acquired at the deadline from the Cardinals and has sucked. He's on the mound tonight for Baltimore. Mets and Reds in New York. Rangers are at the Guardians. Lucas Giolito pitching for his third team this year, which is kind of crazy. Twins and White Sox. Astros, Royals, Brewers, Nationals with Wade Miley on the mound. Phillies, Cardinals, Giants, Rockies. The Angels host the Tigers. Diamondbacks take on the Cubs, and the Padres visit the Athletics. All right, before we send you up to Toronto, let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the Shots and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
That'll do it for us. For our producer, Justin Turpin, I'm Rich Keefe. You've been listening to the MassMutual pregame show. Talk to MassMutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Will and Lou of the call of Red Sox and Blue Jays coming up next on the Shots and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the MassMutual Red Sox pregame show. Proudly brought to you by MassMutual. MassMutual. Insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires. Sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Offers more free services for life than anywhere else. And Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brand and discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
Verbo Vacation Homes come with 24/7 live support. So if you ever need anything, you can reach a real person in about a minute. Because if it's 4 a.m. and you need assistance, the last thing you want to do is wait to talk to a robot.
Hey, how can I help?
After all, live support is an amenity every vacation home should have. Verbo, private vacation rentals for you and your people.
Hi, I'm PJ Vogt, here to tell you about my new podcast, Search Engine. On Search Engine, we tackle the kinds of questions that keep you up at night. Like, Why are drug dealers putting fentanyl in everything? Should we be worried that Elon Musk believes that we're living in a simulation? And, for the love of God, is it actually unsafe to drink the coffee on airplanes? On Search Engine, no question is too big and no question is too small. Listen and follow Search Engine with PJ Vogt and Odyssey Podcast. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Football is back, and so is Cash the Ticket. Jim Costa with Mike Valeni every week this fall. That's picks, parlays, and that sweet, sweet value on all the NFL and college football matchups.
This is the most on-demand podcast of on-demand podcasts. Here's what I mean, and this is something we believe in. If you want to cry and moan, oh, my timeline, it's flooded, grow up. Okay, first world problems. Every game is going to be broken down. Why? Let me tell you as a podcast listener, I don't want to sit through 17 random games. This isn't a hostage situation. Your time is valuable. You want to hear about Miami versus Duke, but you don't want to sit through Boston College v. Tech. Great. Hey, I got an app for that. Scroll the timeline. We're giving you what you want, when you want it, and very distilled fashion.
We're catered to you and the teams you love. That's Cash the Ticket. Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Today, morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Order the perfect grab-and-go breakfast at McDonald's. Right now, you can enjoy 2 savory, fluffy sausage burritos for only $3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price and participation may vary. Single item at regular price cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
Red Sox Baseball.
And it is good! And Boston strong!
On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh. Catches Law Group, New England's injury law pros at catcheslaw.com.
And it's gone!
Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. Sponsored by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Shop NissanUSA.com. Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipeline.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Big Y World-Class Market. It's more than food. It's my Big Y. Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Looking up, Grand Slam!
By Mike's Amazing, the official mayonnaise of the Boston Red Sox. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
We're going to drive to left field. There are a couple runs way gone.
Arbella, here for good. And by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Holy cow!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. Savings and support start day one. Unlock the Pro Advantage at swproplus.com today. Sponsored by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lou Merlone.
From the Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario, the Boston Red Sox begin their final two-city road trip of the 2023 season. They visit the reeling Toronto Blue Jays, who are looking up at the wild card race, and they begin a pivotal series with the Red Sox here tonight with the roof open on a glorious fall-like night here in Toronto. The Red Sox will have Brian Bayo on the mound. He's been their best and most durable pitcher all season long. And on the other side, Puerto Rico's Jose Barrios takes the mound in a must-win for the Blue Jays on Roberto Clemente night. The Puerto Rico native makes the start here north of the border. The Blue Jays just got swept in a 4-game series by the Texas Rangers. They were absolutely snowballed in that series, 35-9, and what was a 2.5-game lead is now a 1.5-game deficit for the third wild card. The Blue Jays, by some estimations, saw their playoff odds drop by as much as 40% over the last 4 days. So that's the backdrop as the Red Sox, who were swept by these Blue Jays at Fenway Park, look to maybe return the favor and inflict a little bit of revenge on these Blue Jays, who are really fighting and clawing for one of those final playoff spots. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. It is a fall-like beauty of an evening, and we welcome you into the booth. Will Fleming and Lou Merloni as Vladdy Guerrero Jr. leads the Jays out onto the diamond. And Lou, it's always something, it feels like, with these Blue Jays. The last few years on paper, they are loaded. They are as talented as any team in the league. But it did not go well against the Rangers, and they will lean heavily on Jose Barrios here tonight.
Well, devastating series. I mean, you had a 1.5-game lead. You're now 2.5 behind the Rangers, 1.5 out of the wild card. And it came down to the offense. They just didn't score any runs. You mentioned it, 9 runs in 4 games. Wasn't going to cut it. It's the most talented roster in the American League East, in my opinion. And it just is. Something is broken here in Toronto. And I don't know. I'm not in that locker room. I don't know anything about the staff or anything of the players, but it's just they have great pitching. They go 6 every night. They're the best defensive team in baseball. And they got a very talented lineup. Can't figure it out.
How that adds up to 4th place in the wild card race is very hard to figure. Of course, a huge part of that is their overall struggles against the American League East, and they have a ton of games against the division between now and the finish line. Morgan & Morgan's starting lineup brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. Tristan Casas was a late scratch today. About 4:30, he's dealing with right shoulder soreness, so a little shuffle at the top for the Red Sox. Cedon Rafaela is in there. He leads off. He's in center field. Then Devers, the third baseman, batting second. Rafi is red hot. Homered again last night. Justin Turner, the one-time Clemente Award winner, bats third. He's at first base because of Casas leaving the lineup. Alex Verdugo in right field cleans up. Yoshida, the DH tonight, bats fifth. Wilyer Abreu gets his first look at Barrios. He's in left field. He bats sixth. Trevor Story, the shortstop. Reese McGuire, the catcher. And Luis Urias is the second baseman, and he bats ninth. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. Here comes Rafaela, the Red Sox, in the road gray unis. Blue Jays white unis, pants and tops. Blue Jay block lettering across the breast, and Jose Barrios, one of many Jays, wearing the number 21 to honor Roberto Clemente on his back tonight. Rafaela stands in. The pitch is fouled off. First pitch of the game, and we are underway. 7:07 right on time. 64 degrees Fahrenheit. 0-1 to Rafaela, who's been great in his first 15 big league games. He grounds one to the right side. The second baseman, Kevin Biggio, has it. He throws to first in time. And Rafaela, who carried a OPS north of 1,000 in his first 15 games, he is gone, and there's one away for Rafi Devers.
Yeah, Barrios kind of coming and just powering that sinker in on Rafaela's hands. Sinker, slurve, four-seamer. He's got a changeup as well. Making his 30th start. He's 10-10 with a 3.63 ERA. Very good year from Barrios here. 171 innings pitched.
The Red Sox envy that. Here is Devers, who takes outside. Barrios has had a really good year, and in years past had a lot of success against the Red Sox, but not this year. 3 starts, and they have really handled him. Devers has 2 homers, 7 hits against Barrios, and Jose misses outside with a fastball, and it's 2-0. Time and temp brought to you by Window Nation. Protect and increase the value of your home today. 866-90-NATION. WindowNation.com. 31 homers, 95 driven in. The pitch is fouled off. Rafi took a huge rip at the slurve, first of those we've seen, and it's 2-1. This right-handed pitcher, Lou, just told you the breakdown, his offerings. He's thrown more four-seam fastballs, rather less this year, Lou, and it's been a more effective pitch for him.
Oh, the sinker's got really good movement, and the slurve changeup combo. Four-seamers getting hit.
2-1 is swung on a miss. That has been the issue for Raffy, chasing fastballs up and out of the zone.
And that's where the four-seamer should live. Very similar to the guy going for the Red Sox tonight. That was 96, but it was out of the zone and on top of the zone. Rise that four-seamer up, but the sinker should be within the zone.
2-2 is popped up, straight back, foul and out of play. The catcher tonight is Alejandro Kirk. Matches again about 5 rows deep. Raffy has owned the Blue Jays. He loves this ballpark. Since 2019, 57 runs batted in against the Jays. That's the most of any opposing hitter. Mark Carlson has the plate tonight. He's the crew chief. The 2-2. Raffy takes outside, high and away, and it's 3-2.
You mentioned Barrios this year against the Sox having some struggles. That 6.35 ERA. It's been the lefties that have absolutely destroyed him at a 3.56 clip. 7.33 on base.
3-2 with one down. The pitch is high in the air into deep left center field. Over to his right is Kiermaier. Onto the warning track. He's there to make the play. To get Devers, still an elite center fielder, is Kevin Kiermaier. And they're 2 down.
Well, the Blue Jays made some moves in the offseason to shore up that outfield defense. It was Springer and Teoscar Hernandez and Gurriel in the outfield. And it just wasn't going to cut it. They weren't covering any ground. They weren't getting it done. You make the trade for Varsho out in left field. Now he's struggling offensively, but still a very good above-average outfield. Of course, Kiermaier's gold in center. It's been a big improvement for the Blue Jays.
Here's Justin Turner with 2 down. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it high and out of play down the first base line. Into the Safe Light Auto Glass. Part of the order we go. Every homer hit by Red Sox batters 3 through 6. Safe Light donates $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Turner, 283, 23 homers, one of them against Barrios. 94 runs driven in. 0-1 to JT. Pitch is just outside man. Good take of a sinker, and it's 1-1. Turner standing deep in the right-handed batter's box, feet close together. The 1-1. That misses as well. Same exact pitch, and it's 2-1. Vladdy Guerrero Jr., the first baseman, he has really regressed defensively this season after the Gold Glove a year ago. Biggio at second. Bo Bichette is back. He's at shortstop, and Chapman really an elite third baseman. 2-1 is right toward Chapman, and it's fair past the dive of the Platinum Glove winner, and that goes into the corner. Turner trots into second base with a 2-out double. It is hard to get anything past Matt Chapman, but that's how blistered that ball was from Justin Turner.
Yeah, it was a little hanging breaking ball. Just really good placement, too. You got to get it away from Chapman. Went right over that base. Kind of hooked that corner of the base. Barely fair. And that's kind of what it takes to get it past Chapman. And Turner kind of glides into second base for that 2-out double.
29 doubles this season for JT. And now an opportunity for Alex Verdugo, who's 7 for 20 in his career against Barrios. The pitch is way outside. Slurve. Now, Tristan Casas is 0 for 6 against Barrios, but it is a big loss given the numbers you just outlined, Lou, to not have their red-hot left-handed slugger in there. So a lot falls onto the shoulders of this man, Verdugo. The 1-0 is outside a fastball, and it's 2-0.
Basically, Casas out, Rafaela in. I mean, that was the original lineup. Those were the 2 changes. Turner obviously moves to first. Yoshida becomes the DH, and he gets Verdugo from that leadoff spot to the 4-hole, but yeah, Casas is such a presence in the box these days. You never want to be without him.
2-0 is high into left field, carrying, but it will stay in the ballpark. Dalton Varsho drifts in. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over. Red Sox do not cash in the 2-out double. Ryan Bayo to the mound. Red Sox don't score. Jays to the bat. In the bottom of the first on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Herb Chambers offers everyone from rookie drivers to Hall of Fame commuters the most choices in New England. With 35 brands, we have the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. Visit Herb Chambers today, where the choice is yours.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Hey, it's Justin Turner. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Brian Bayo on the mound for the Red Sox in Toronto. Bayo making his 26th start. 12-8. The Red Sox have been great when he's been on the mound. Second time seeing the Jays this year. The pitch to George Springer is a fastball, sinker. He misses inside for ball one. Springer been a little bit enigmatic for the Blue Jays this year. Hot and cold. 260 hitter with 19 homers. He swings and misses. A fastball from Bayo. That was the four-seamer right where Lou likes it. Up at the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. 142 innings thrown by Bayo. In those, 58 earned runs, 19 homers. The 1-1 is low and away. He offers his first changeup to Springer. It missed, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, the one thing lately we've been watching from Bayo is that slider. It's different. You know, it's got much more horizontal break, about 6-7 inches. Used to be 1 or 2. Didn't really move much away from righties.
2-1 is swung on and missed. Man, the hitter tells you that fastball has major life. 95 at the bottom of the zone.
A little backdoor sinker. Started away, ended up outer half, just by Springer. But the slider's been more of a swing and miss, a true third pitch now from Bayo.
2-2 is up and in. A fastball. 95 miles an hour sent Springer to the ground. And it's 3-2.
Yeah, he's going to call timeout after that one. That woke him up a little bit. Up and in. Hello. 96. With that shoulder height, knocked him down.
I'd be on my backside, too. 306 in September for Springer. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. And it is chopped foul outside of third. Springer always takes violent swings. The people around this ball club think that he needs to give this offense and this team more. You'd have to feel like if they get into the postseason, he will be a force as always. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him, did Bayo. What a great changeup that was. And there's one away.
Yeah, you know, 3-2 especially, you got to show strike out of the hand, right? If not, it's going to be a ball 4. And he shows this changeup kind of middle, and the bottom just drops out and gets Springer 3-2 cambio.
Muy bien. 182 average against Bayo's changeup. That's the 4th best mark in the game. Here's Bo Bichette as Bayo fires a fastball for a strike on 1. I just lowered my chair with my ankle, and my face was basically below the counter.
Yeah, I'm not tall. You could see pretty good. I think I might need a couple of phone booths. A couple of phone books, rather.
Well, now I can't raise it either. This is great. The 0-1 to Bichette almost hits him.
Well, good.
It's 1-1.
Now you know how I live. You know, us short people, we're not all 6'9".
What a couple days it's been for me. I can't see above the counter, and bailed out on the passport as the 1-1 to Bo Bichette misses outside. How about Jack Paiva? I mean, what an unbelievable effort by Jack.
I got a lot of people on Twitter checking and making sure, wondering if you had shown up in Toronto, the passport situation, but you got it. We made it. 4 a.m., but we got here.
2-1 is outside. Yeah, you would not blame the Red Sox for being a little sluggish here today. I do think, though, I don't know how you felt, Lou, the national anthem, the ballpark filling up, the roof open in one of the great North American cities. There's adrenaline back in the air. The 3-1 is swung on and missed. As a ball player, is that how it would usually work for you, Lou, where even if you're tired and down, you get out on the lines, you see the yard, and you get going again?
It's still a big league game, you know, and that's why it's nice playing up here in Toronto. Fans will be into it.
3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. What a great slider from Bayo. There are 2 down.
Yeah, 3-1 changeup to Bichette, 3-2 slider. And again, a lot of break. down and away. It's a much better pitch here recently. Now, he's been flirting with some different grips to try to find it. A lot of guys at this level, they do move that thumb around on the baseball, and sometimes you get more depth. You get more slide away from righties. It's a true swing and miss now.
Here's Vladdy Jr. He's having a down season, but he takes a strike on the inside corner. 96 with a fastball from Bayo, 0-1.
So even though the Red Sox right now, they're pretty much out of this playoff race, you're playing teams that aren't.
Yes, 0-1 is a little low.
You're going to be in Toronto, then Texas, these two teams battling. Then it's, Tampa Bay and Baltimore both looking for first place finishes. Not going to be, Tampa's luckily at home. They don't have to go to the Trop anymore.
1-1 is line foul down the right field line for the Blue Jays Clemente Award nominee, Vladdy Jr., who 22 homers, 86 driven in, 772 OPS. For mortals, those are good numbers, but not for this guy. It's one of the true freakish talents in the sport. 2 down, scoreless in the first. Bayo throws, and Vladdy takes in the dirt. Turner's at first. Arias, the second baseman. Trevor Story at short, with Devers way back and off the line at third. Rafaela in center, Verdugo in right, and Wilyer Abreu in left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is just inside. I don't think we can overstate, Lou, what it could mean for Bayo's ceiling and trajectory if that slider's a real weapon.
Yeah, it's coming. And the cutter's going to come into play even more so next year. It's inconsistent for him this year. He'll still show some plus cutters to lefties, but all of it's starting to come together.
3-2 is chopped towards shortstop. Devers actually cuts in front. He gloves. He throws to first in time to get Guerrero. And the inning is over. Very nicely done by Bayo. We go to the second inning, scoreless in Toronto in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Savings and support start day one with Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus. This exclusive program with pro-level services is designed to help you manage and grow your paint business. With premium features, including productive solutions, personalized service and support, business tools, Pro Plus savings, and 0% interest credit. Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus gives paint professionals the support they need. Unlock the Pro Advantage today by visiting swproplus.com. Subject to credit approval, certain exclusions apply.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Hi, I'm PJ Vogt, here to tell you about my new podcast, Search Engine. On Search Engine, we tackle the kinds of questions that keep you up at night. Like, why are drug dealers putting fentanyl in everything? Should we be worried that Elon Musk believes that we're living in a simulation? And, for the love of God, is it actually unsafe to drink the coffee on airplanes? On Search Engine, no question is too big and no question is too small. Listen and follow Search Engine with PJ Vogt and Odyssey Podcast. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Masataka Yoshida, who has owned Jose Barrios, leading off for the Red Sox in the top of the second. Yoshida takes a slurve but misses outside for ball 1. 18 hits in 9 games against the Blue Jays this year for Yoshida. 4 doubles and 3 homers. He's been just a killer for the Jays all year. The 1-0 is a strike. Good fastball in the outside corner. And it's 1-1. Yoshida, Abreu, and Story in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lexus of Sharon and Lexus of Hingham. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Yoshida takes a strike. That was borderline, but actually watching the replay, perfect slurve at the bottom of the zone. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, big numbers against the Blue Jays this year. Of course, doesn't help when that report came out that Blue Jays came in second to the Red Sox. Thoughts of having this guy in that lineup, too.
1-2 is swung on and missed. He elevated a fastball and got him. That was big-time velocity, 95 for Barrios, his first strikeout. And here comes Wilyer Abreu.
Fastball on top of the zone again. This sinker four-seam combo, Bayo's got the same thing, and it's about harnessing your stuff, how to use it. That sinker's so effective in the zone, get you some easy outs. Guys can roll over, but that swing and miss four-seamer on top of the zone is such an effective pitch.
Here is Abreu. He's red hot. He takes a fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every Sox strikeout, $50 donated to the Jimmy Fund. 0-1. This is the Blue Jays' first look at this young star in the making. The pitch is a little high. And a fastball, and it's 1-1. Day one after Chaim Bloom. And overnight and into this morning, Chaim did issue an official statement thanking Red Sox Nation for their wonderful support. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chaim said that he thanks John and Tom and Sam for the opportunity of a lifetime, that he's sad that he will not be a part of it going forward. He feels confident in the work that he did. And then he really thanked Red Sox fans. He said in closing, "You deserve many more championships, and you will get them." 1-2 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. Wilyer takes very close. Probably should have been strike three, but not given, and it's 2-2.
Well, that's a good little comeback two-seamer in on Abreu at 95, and it came back and got the plate. Barrios just raising his head. Can't believe he didn't get that call from Carlson.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is crushed into the gap in right center field. It's way back, and it is off the wall on one hop. Abreu breezes into second base. He smashes one into the gap, and it's a one-out double. Barrios probably fuming on the mound.
Yeah, he can't be happy after that pitch. He should have got him with that sinker, but he came back with that slurve curveball that he has. And Abreu again, deep in counts, no big deal. He's under control. Once he decides that he's swinging, boy, he lets it fly. And this ball was smoked in the gap. She continues to impress.
It's interesting. Bayo and Barrios are sort of interesting and opposite in one way, and that is that Barrios is about the best pitcher in the game in the first until the third innings. Here's Trevor Story, who homered yesterday in game one. Here he takes a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. In the fourth inning and beyond, Barrios' ERA doubles. Usually very hard to hit in the early going of a ball game, but both Turner and Abreu have gotten him. Scoreless in the second, 0-1 with one down. Here's a chopper toward third, and it is a fair ball. Chapman has it behind the back, throws low, and it's picked out by Guerrero. With the foot speed of Story, that was a bang-bang play. Chapman is a marvel at third base, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, but he got picked up here by Vlad. That's a really nice pick at first base. You know, Chapman knew that Story gets down the line. It was kind of that backhand little chopper, big two-hopper, and he had to sit back a little bit. So this was a catch and release, and you could tell that maybe he didn't get that right grip on the ball. It was a catch and throw. Ball kind of died late. Vlad with a really nice pick at first.
So here is Reese McGuire, 277 and a homer for the former Jay. The pitch is ripped foul on the third side, a little late. On fastball, and it's 0-1. We are through the Safelite Auto Glass part of the order. Remember, when Red Sox batters 3 through 6 hit home runs, Safelite donates $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Abreu leading at second, scoreless game in the second. The pitch is high. Fastball, and it's 1-1. Alejandro Kirk is the catcher for the Jays today. Danny Jansen out with a fractured finger. Huge loss for Toronto. Just about their best clutch hitter. Looking at Alex Cora, it looks like for one of the very rare times he's actually wearing the jersey tonight. Reason for that, the 1-1 is in the dirt. He is wearing number 21. He said he spoke to his twin sons this morning, Zander and Isander, and said, "Dad's going to wear 21 tonight." I said, "Wait a minute, that's Roberto Clemente's number." Alex, to let you in on a little secret, very rarely actually wears the game jersey.
Don't tell anybody.
2-1 is a backdoor breaking ball for a strike, and it's 2-2.
The league may find him.
It's cool that he's got it on. He does have the blue sort of like batting shirt over top of it. Short sleeve windbreaker. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Abreu at second. McGuire waits. Barrios throws, and Reese fouls it off.
Barrios a lot sharper here, I think, early on than we've seen in the past. They've got him the last 3 starts. Again, that 6.35 ERA, but his issue previously, in the 3 starts, first pitch strike percentage was 44%, and he just couldn't get ahead of guys. And guys obviously gained a little bit more of advantage here. Now he's pounding the zone a lot more here tonight.
2-2 to McGuire. Barrios spins, throws to second, and they almost got him. I mean, a better throw. I think they had a chance to get Abreu. And actually, Bichette went to the second base, the right side, from our vantage point of the second base bag. Had he just come right to the bag and applied the tag, I think they had a chance at him. But a high and errant throw and away from Barrios.
I'm just amazed that all of baseball, it seems, has brought back that pickoff play with the catch a drop in the glove. Like, it's such like a youth baseball thing, and everyone's doing it.
2-2 from the belt. Barrios looks to second. He's going to do it again, and he almost throws it into the outfield. And they're a little worried about Abreu. For me, Lou, I mean, yeah, you can get yourself out of an inning, but you got 2 strikes on a hitter with 2 down. Maybe a little too much attention paid to the runner.
Yeah, I don't understand it. The first time you want to give it a shot, that's fine. Just regroup. But with 2 outs, 2 strikes, I mean, you're pretty much telling your pitcher, hey, let's go. That guy, first off, he's not a base stealer, and he's not scoring if you get this guy out. So focus on the hitter.
From the belt again, another 2-2 does come home, and McGuire swings and misses. He got him. And the inning is over. Much ado about nothing with a base runner. Second strikeout for Barrios. Another double, but another stranded runner for the Sox. Bottom 2 next to the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. September is World Ozone Month, so it's a great month to get rid of all your aerosol sprays and replace them with eco-friendly options. Also, be sure to check your air conditioner to make sure it doesn't have any leaks and schedule any necessary repairs or maintenance. The ozone layer will thank you. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the second, and cult hero Davis Schneider is going to lead it off for the Blue Jays in their Herb Chambers batting order. This young man who debuted at Fenway hit his first home run in his first at-bat on the Lansdowne. Here he swings and misses. And some breeze through his mustache that's become a signature here.
It's
And
fantastic.
it's 0-1.
It really is fantastic.
He can pull it off. Here's Bayo's 0-1, and it is on the ground toward short, backhanded by Story. He plants, he leaps, and throws wide of the bag, and it pulls Turner off first base. I thought Story actually had a little more time. Now, he does that so often. That's almost his natural throwing motion, with a little hop and a three-quarter sling, but Schneider was not even halfway down the line when Trevor let that thing go.
Yeah, this is a little sicker that gets in on him. You mentioned it, Story loves to charge this ball backhand. If it's hit low slowly, he can come get it. He'll set up and stay back there if it's hit hard enough, but charges this, and that's a tough throw. All that momentum's running towards that third base line and be able to turn and throw it on the money. Took Turner off the bag.
I did not hear how they scored that. Here's Kevin Biggio, who's been a hot hitter. He takes the fastball low for ball one.
They ruled that one an error, apparently.
Indeed. I think that's the right call. One of those that in some ways Trevor played it into a more difficult chance, which he so often handles. 1-0 to Biggio, who's 9 for his last 30. He drives one high into left field. In and to his right is Abreu. On the run, Willier is there to make the play. He has so much more speed and range than Yoshida in left.
Yeah, he really does. It's one of the reasons why I really like this guy. We were talking about it yesterday. You know, he's at least an average defender, maybe slightly better, and that should be the bar. You know, this outfield right now with Rafaela in center, Abreu in left, and Verdugo in right covers a lot of ground. They take a lot of hits away. That's how you win some ball games.
It is refreshing. Here's Matt Chapman, who's had an up and down year. Only 15 home runs. The pitch to him is fouled off the end of the bat. Early in the year, he murdered the Red Sox. But he has really scuffled at the plate. 247 hitter. Defense alone makes him super valuable, but they paid him big dollars to be an anchor in the heart of their order. 0-1, Bello's ready from the belt with the pitch timer winding down to 5. He throws, and Chapman tries to stop his swing, cannot. Foul ball, and it's 0-2.
It's been a steady dive really since April. I believe he was Player of the Month in the American League. His April was unbelievable. When you have a defender like that swinging it the way he was, now you're starting to talk about something here. Special all-around player, but it's really dropped off since. And still a presence, hit the ball a long way, hits the ball hard. It's not what he was earlier in the year.
1-2 from Bello. 2 Chapman. Long set and a pitch. And it is strike 3 called. What a beauty. A slider and Chapman frozen. So Bello's got 3 strikeouts. And that slider is working for him tonight.
Well, what it does is it gives him another strikeout pitch. You know, we know he can blow 96 up in the zone and get you once in a while, but there's a lot of contact on his fastball. The changeup is usually the swing and miss. Now, especially the righties, too. Now the slider comes into play. Hello, now you start talking about some stuff here from this guy.
Seriously.
Another level.
I think it really does elevate him. Here's Kevin Kiermaier, longtime Red Sox nemesis. He fouls the first pitch off on the third base side. League leaders in who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining, residential and commercial. DrainsByJames.com. How about this amazing stat about the Toronto Blue Jays I'll share with you just a moment. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And Kiermaier takes just outside. It's 1-1. Toronto right now has the 3rd best team ERA, the 6th highest team batting average. For a lot of the year, they've been in the top 5 in both. Not since 1994 has a team with those numbers in the top 5 in both categories missed the playoffs. 1-1, swing and a miss. Now there's another great slider to a lefty under his hands, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and that's why something's wrong here. I mean, they are the number 1 plus 84 defensive run saved defensively. Their pitching staff, they have 4 guys that basically go out and give them 6 every single night. 3rd in the league in ERA. I mean, everything is there, the talent. Yet they're 9th in baseball in runs scored. That's 9th in the American League in runs scored, 16th in the Major League Baseball. And that should just not be the case with this lineup.
Not enough clutch hitting of late, especially. 1-2 from Bello to Kiermaier. The pitch is fouled off. I mean, that is such an uncomfortable-looking swing from Kiermaier. And I think, Lou, that is a credit to both the changeup and the slider. He's sitting off speed there and has to hang on and stay alive against the fastball.
Yeah, you got to be excited about the development of this slider late in the season.
Everybody's got the circular number 21 patch on the left chest of the jersey. 1-2 from Bello to Kiermaier. 2 down in the second, we're scoreless. Bello throws, and a slider misses just down it. Another good pitch.
It's a good spot for it. Down and in, get Kiermaier to swing over the top. He doesn't bite.
Raffy, 1 by 1, inserting sunflower seeds into his mouth out there.
Yeah, we mentioned that 80 plus 84 defensive runs saved, number 1 in baseball. Red Sox are minus 24. It's 108 run differential defensively.
2-2 is another slider. This one misses again. Actually, that was a changeup. And it's 3-2 because every hitter have to get a 3-2 count, Lou.
Every hitter in the first inning got one. They're going around and giving them out.
That'll give a running start to Schneider, who reached on the error. Turner plays behind him, 3-2 to Kiermaier. Here's the pitch. And it's grounded up the middle. Story perfectly positioned. He'll have to go to first. He does. It's in time. Kiermaier is gone. Nice job by Bayo. Showing off some new tools and working around a leadoff error. To the third inning we go. Scoreless in Toronto. The Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Any ball player will tell you they can't know what the future holds. No one can. Between protecting what matters today and thinking about tomorrow, not to mention planning for injuries, it can feel like a lot of what ifs. Mass Mutual has spent over 170 years helping people secure their future and protect the ones they love. And we can help you. Talk to us today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
Attention small business owners. For a limited time, get started with a 30-day free trial of our full-service payroll product and enjoy the next 4 months of payroll at 50% off. That's full-service payroll at half the cost. Sure Payroll. Payroll that runs with you.
Do you want to make a difference and contribute to public safety? The Rhode Island Department of Corrections is hiring. You'll receive a starting annual salary of $61,957 during training and an attractive benefits package upon appointment. If you're at least 18 years old, possess a high school diploma or GED, a valid social security card, take the first step toward a rewarding career. Visit apply.doc.ri.gov/careers. That's apply.doc.ri.gov/careers. An equal opportunity employer.
Hi, it's Tanner Houck. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Tanner Houck is the Red Sox Roberto Clemente Award nominee this year on Roberto Clemente Night in Toronto. Top three, Arias, the hitter, he swings and fouls the first pitch off. Out of play, it's 0-1. He's in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Mercedes-Benz, the Boston Natick and flagship motor cars of Linfield. That score had a lot to say before the ball game today. First full day after Chaim. The 0-1 is on the ground hard to Chapman. He's been busy, and he's awesome. He backhands and throws to first. He just makes it look easy. And on 2 pitches, Arias is out number 1.
Yeah, so he had mentioned Luis Arias, talking about some of these young kids, right? Rafael and Abreu getting a lot of at-bats, and was asked, anybody else you really want to get a look at? And it was Luis Arias. You know, and he talked about his defense at third, which I thought he played well the other night in that game when Devers sat. Second base, the reason why they acquired him, he's got some pop, there's a lot of potential, and they want to see if he is in the mix here next year for that second base position.
Speaking of power and potential, here's Cedon Rafaela. The pitch from Barrios is outside. Slurve that missed badly. And it's 1-0. Subaru of New England scoreboard, the Rays and O's in the bottom of the third scoreless. Eflin on the mound for Tampa. They're within 1 game in the AL East, the 1-0. Strike to Rafaela. Fastball, and it's 1-1. Cleveland hosting Texas. This will be music to the Blue Jay ears. The Guardians lead Texas 2-0 in the second. 1-1. Pitch is chopped up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Biggio. He races in front of the bag. He cannot make it, and Cedon's got an infield hit. Once it got over Barrios with Rafaela's speed, I mean, that would have been a miracle play from Biggio. It's not, and it's a 1-out single.
Second base can't make that play. I mean, the only shot you had is if Bichette was able to cut that ball off across the diamond in front of second base, but he was shaded over in the hole. It kind of shifted over on him a little bit. Once Bichette couldn't get to it, Biggio had no chance, even if he caught it clean.
So here is Devers with Rafaela at first. They throw that way, and Cedon at first dive back to the bag. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Complete details to find at your authorized retailer. Visit SubaruofNewEngland.com. Rafi flied out to left center his first time, which oftentimes is encouraging. The pitch here is popped up again into left field. Coming in on it is Varsho. He's there to make the grab, and on one pitch, Devers is gone. So that's frustrating. But again, I do still think that inside-out move, which has been so effective for him lately, is a good step forward.
No, it was a good swing. He just sort of missed the first one in the left center, but this one here just got underneath it. We talk about all the time. I mean, he's at his best, and hopefully next year you start seeing a little bit more of that early on, where there's a dedication to left center, and then the pull side stuff just reacts and comes. But he's a better all-around hitter when he goes the other way.
Here's Turner, who doubled his first time, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. I imagine this is a spot where Rafaela may be thinking about it. Kyle Hudson peeks into his right ear, whispers a little something. Cedon edging away from first. Got a pretty big lead over there. Kirk is an average thrower behind the plate. Barrios is quick to the plate. 0-1. Not that time he wasn't. There's a little blooper in the shallow right field. Coming in on its Springer, and he will get there on the gallop to make the play. And the inning is over. Even on that play, Rafaela, like already almost over to third. He can fly. But the Red Sox leave another runner aboard. 2.5 in the books. Scoreless in Toronto. Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Hey, Sox fans, Encore Boston Harbor is now offering free shuttle service after every game at Fenway. Catch the free Fenway Encore shuttle located on David Ortiz Drive across from Jersey Street and the Red Sox ticket office. Shuttles begin during the 7th inning stretch and run up to 30 minutes after the game. Visit EncoreBostonHarbor.com/Fenway Shuttle for more details. That's EncoreBostonHarbor.com/Fenway Shuttle. Encore Boston Harbor, proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now back to the play-by-play action.
Brian Bayo, who's been awesome through 2 in Toronto. Back on the mound in the third is Alejandro Kirk leading it off. Fire hydrant hitter, little excuse me, line drive down the right field line, and that's a fair ball. That's the way the Jays get their first hit. It caroms past Verdugo. Throw to second is wide. They had so many chances to either keep Kirk at first or get him at second. There have been too many of those lately for Verdugo. Those caroms off the wall, he runs by it again, and it's a 2-out hit, I suppose, for Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, Verdugo just played this into a double, essentially. I mean, it was a check swing down the line, and it hit that side wall, but Verdugo goes at it so hard. We saw this at Fenway Park at 1.2 on the triple, I believe. I don't know which one it won the Yankees, but he goes at it so hard, it ricochets off the wall, and it gets by him. There's no way Kirk should have got 2 on that. He doesn't run well at all.
Dalton Varsho, who's killed the Red Sox this year, but he's been a cool hitter. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That's just happened too often for Verdugo lately. And what a bad break for Bayo.
I mean, and he had all the time in the world, too, knowing who was running. He could have just There was no way Kirk was going to challenge this double. He had stopped it first. This may even go as a hit and an error. I don't even know. But
should for me. The 0-1 is high to Varsho, and it's 1-1. Here's the other thing, Lou. Once he did get to it, if he's not flat-footed and actually just throws it, I mean, Kirk was 60 feet from the base.
You just can't give him an error because it kicked off. He didn't touch it, much like that triple he gave up the other night. But Kirk should not be on second base.
1-1 to Dalton Varsho. The pitch is foul on the third base side. And it's 1-2. In many ways, story of the season. Plays that have not been made. Dalton Varsho is like Joe Carter against the Red Sox. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And it is high and outside. A fastball from Bayo, and it's 2-2. They brought him over primarily for defense. They needed left-handed hitting in their order, as Lou told you. And he's delivered defensively, has Varsho. He's really punished Boston. 2-2 with Kirk at second. Pitch is up the middle, off the mound. Story backhands, throws to third, and they got Kirk out there. What a bad base running play by Alejandro Kirk, and a heads-up decision by Story. It ramped off the mound, and that's a big first out at third.
Well, always felt like self-scouting was one of the most important things. I mean, you got to know yourself. Like, Alejandro Kirk cannot run. He is a base-to-base guy. He's standing on second base, and the thing's got to go to the outfield or directly to the second base, first base, right side of the infield. And he hits this ball, to his left, up the middle. And most people would try to go on that, but you got to know you can't run it all. And Story with a real heads-up play.
Here's Springer, who's always looking to swing early. The pitch to him is swung on and looped down the right field line. Foul. Is slicing out of play, and it's 0-1. I mean, getting ahead of hitters, strike one is so important for all pitchers. I frankly don't know why Springer ever sees a first pitch fastball for a strike.
Well, if you have to show him one, you have to show him the good one, right? If you're Bayo, you're going to drop that sinker down and in off the plate to get him to chase. It can't be just, hey, I'm going to try to get by with a little heater here to get ahead, because he'll hammer it.
0-1, Springer. Varsho at first, he runs well. The pitch is on the ground, foul the other way on the third base side, and it's 0-2. That's really true of both Springer and Bichette.
Yes, both. Yeah, there's no get-me-overs to either one of these guys. That's one of the reasons why you like guys like that in top of the order. Right out of the gate, the guy steps in the box, pitcher looks up, and is like, I better come with my A game right away. Both these guys can launch.
0-2. Here it is. Swinging a high fly into right field. Verdugo doesn't have to move much. 4 steps into his left. He's there to make the play. And there are 2 down. Alex Square talked about a lot of things before the game today. As Bichette stands in. Some of it on the Catchus injury report. Catchus Law Group, New England's personal injury post. Corey Kluber is scheduled to throw 3 innings tomorrow. Caleb Ord, a live BP today. And Zach Kelly continues to progress in the minor leagues, but it is possible that none of them pitches again in the big leagues this year, if not likely. The pitch to Bichette is outside. Change up, ball 1.
Yeah, and we'll see what tomorrow night looks like, right? Chris Sale will be on the mound. He's got an extra day's rest. Last time out was not sharp. I do not think it's a coincidence that Corey Kluber happens to be rehabbing, going 3 innings the day Chris Sale is scheduled to start up here at all.
1-0 to Bichette, scoreless in the third. Bayo's ready, he throws, and Bichette takes a fastball for a strike. That is 97 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The bottom of the zone, 1-1.
It's a good pitch with movement, too. More on the Sale thought is just that, to me, the most important thing for Chris Sale is to have a healthy offseason. And tomorrow night, we'll see how this thing goes. If it's another 4 1/3, not sharp, I don't know why he would throw the rest of the year. That's why a guy like Corey Kluber is pitching the same day. You might get a start or 2 from him by the end of the year.
1-1 to Bichette. Pitch is fouled off. Bo, 2 for 3 in last night's game against the Rangers, but before that he'd been 0 for 15. He's coming back off the IL, a knee injury that really scared the Blue Jays. Then he aggravated his quad. Really one of the most fearsome hitters in the whole game. Still searching for his timing. Bayo about to throw his 46th pitch. He's ahead of Bichette, 1-2. Runner bluffs, doesn't go, and Bichette fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Since 1986, Catches won over $2 billion for their injured clients. You never pay unless Catches wins. Bo does have flow. Long hair out of his blue helmet. Touches the barrel of the bat on the inside corner of the plate. 1-2. Varsho leads, held by Turner. Pitch high with a fastball, 2-2.
Yeah, maybe a little biased. Play with his dad, who's an outstanding man. I love watching this kid hit. Like, you know, shortstop, there might be some inconsistencies there. I don't think he's good at shortstop, but offensively, boy, he does it all. Hits the ball the other way, lets the ball get deep with pop. Great hitter.
I think he's the best player. Throw to first, and I really don't think there's that much debate about it. I mean, obviously the dude on deck, Vladdy Jr., for a long while the upside seemed almost infinite for the son of the Hall of Famer, but his hands have slowed down. It's not been his kind of year, at least not to his normal standard, where Bichette just does it year in and year out. Pitch is just down and in. Sinking fastball, and the count is again full.
I'm always amazed at how short his swing is, how he can get to that ball, because he does turn that front shoulder in, and the hands are almost sitting behind his back shoulder a little bit, and really turns that body, but he gets so much torque, and his swing is so short. And with 2 strikes, he becomes an even better hitter. Lets the ball get deep, more hits opposite field than pretty much anybody in the game.
156 hits so far this season, in spite of missing all these games. 3-2, runner will be off. He goes, and Bichette fouls it on the first base side. In the American League, Julio Rodriguez has the most hits with 171. Then Semien, Bobby Witt Jr., Yandy Diaz, Stephen Kwan. And this man, Bo Bichette, even though he's missed 25 games. Twice he's led the league in hits. Always a threat. 50th pitch upcoming. 3-2 to Bichette. Bayo throws, and a fastball low. Very close, but a good take by Bichette. He doesn't walk a lot. And that is the first free pass issued by Bayo. So now 2 on with 2 out. And I think a very smart time for a visit after all those pitches from Reese McGuire.
Yeah, his pitch count isn't awful, but it hasn't been very efficient. You know, we mentioned that first inning, boy, all 3 hitters were 3-2. There's been 3-2 counts. I think 5 or 6 of them here already in this game. And, you know, you mentioned a little battle with Bo Bichette. Take a little time. Let's go. Execute a pitch. Get Vladdy out. Let's move on to the next inning.
It's only his 23rd walk in his 121st game.
And it's one of the reasons why you look up there, and he's such a great hitter, and you see that 815 OPS. And it doesn't, well, the on-base percentage isn't that high at all for a Bo Bichette right now. 339. You're a 308 batting average. You would expect that 308 batting average on base to be in that 360, 370 range. Now you're talking about an 850 OPS hitter. It just doesn't draw many walks.
I would take the package, I'll tell you that.
All day, every day.
So here is Vlad Jr. We got a Diesel Direct poll question to give you off of our Sox Booth Twitter account. Diesel Direct reminds you to stop wasting time at the pump. Get on-site fuel with Diesel Direct. Here is Vladdy. Pitch to him is pushed center field. It is back, and it is gone. A 3-run homer, and the Blue Jays jump in front 3-0. Well, he has not been himself, but that's the second straight game in which he has homered. Bayo spikes the baseball behind the mound. An unlucky double for Kirk, a walk to Bichette, and a 3-run bomb for Vladdy Jr.
Oh, that's what's been missing for the Blue Jays. And that sweep, when they got swept by the Rangers, hitting with scoring position, coming up with that big hit. And, of course, 2-out hits are huge. Bayo just tries to challenge him with 97, but it's down in the zone inner half, and glad he gets that barrel out.
He struggled against fastballs this year as Davis Schneider misses with a pitch outside. Takes one for Bayo outside, I should say. 1-0. Vladdy'd only hit .275 and slugged .421 against fastballs coming in. 1-0 slider. This is outside. It's 2-0. And this is a guy who early in his career would hit 370 and slug 650 off the fastball. He mashed that one. 2-0 to Schneider. That is a fastball that misses outside. It's 3-0. A shame that is for Bayo. I mean, he was absolutely dominant in the first 2 innings. 3-0. He throws, and that is a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 3-1.
Well, this is where he's got to get it back now, right? This is where the experience he's starting to gain here a little bit more and more. But sometimes you're going to give it up maybe in the first inning or two, but you got to regroup. You got to give you some depth and length into the game.
Here's a chopper foul off the end of the bat, and it's 3-2.
And just keep it right where it is. I think we did that Oakland game together.
We did.
Where it was 2 runs, 2 runs, 2 runs, and you can see the frustration in the mound from a young starter. You got to give up 3, that's fine. Put up now 0, so the next few innings, do your job.
Here's a payoff. Swing and a miss, he got him. That's a nice answer. Good changeup, but damage done. Guerrero gets Bayo. 3-0 Jays after 3. The Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All right, Alex Verdugo to lead it off in the top of the 4th, trailing 3-0. Vladdy Guerrero launched his 23rd home run, and that is the difference in the game. Barrios has allowed 3 hits, but the Sox have stranded 1 man in each of the first 3 innings. Verdugo, Yoshida, and Abreu in the Herb Chambers batting order. Pitch to Alex is swung on and missed. Fastball right there. And it's 0-1. Herb Chambers, BMW of Boston, Sudbury, and Medford. Under the spotlight in this inning. 0-1 to Verdugo. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He's laid on 2 straight fastballs, and it's 0-2. So the Sox booth Twitter poll, brought to you by Diesel Direct. Lou and I are going to have some discussion about this one.
What's the poll?
The poll is, if the Red Sox were to sign one of these 2 players, which would you prefer?
Right in my wheelhouse.
0-2 to Verdugo. The pitch is strike 3 called on the inside corner. And there's 1 away.
Just all fastballs, just right at him. 3 in a row. Got him looking on that last one. That's just he's shaking his head, walking away. That can do it to you.
Well, we'll take 10 seconds and you can guess the poll. But station ID in the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
With Fleming, Loom, Merlone, Red Sox and the Blue Jays, 3-0 Toronto in the top of the 4th. Yoshida couldn't get the donut, the weighted cylinder, off the barrel of the bat. He does. He's in there, and a fastball misses outside, ball 1.
Does our poll question involve 2 Japanese players?
It does. They teed you up. Do you want Yamamoto or Otani? That's the Diesel Direct question. 1-0. It is outside. Now,
I like that question because it's not often that Sox booth is actually split here on this one.
This
Usually
is going
we're
to
in
be a good
agreement.
one. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. 2-0 to Yoshida. 1 down in the 4th, the pitch. That's outside. I will say the way that question is worded, if you can only have one, it's maybe a little bit more debatable. But you take it a step further, which is amazing to me. 3-0 to Yoshida. I'll let you answer and give your thoughts in a second here. 3-0 pitch is a strike. You want the pitcher.
Once Ohtani had the injury, I'm out. I want Yamamoto. I want a pitcher. This team needs pitchers. They don't need another DH. I want the arm. Awesome hitter. I love it. But the amount of money to pay to a DH right now, I'm not in on that.
3-1 to Yoshida. Yamamoto's former teammate in Oryx. The pitch is swung on a miss. Good changeup. Well, need I remind you, I know he's likely to have Tommy John, but he is a pretty good pitcher, Ohtani.
He's not bad.
And, oh, by the way, he's probably the best overall hitter in the American League.
He's all right.
3-2 to Yoshida. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him, man. Barrios got it going. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Fourth strikeout. And then 2 down. Here comes Wilyer Abreu. Can I answer both?
Yeah, listen, I love Ohtani, the show. I mean, I don't, again, it's I would rather spend $50 million on 2 pitchers than $40 million on a hitter. And I know eventually maybe he could pitch again. I'm sure he will. I just think you need 2 starters and start getting after this thing.
Here's the pitch to Wilyer Abreu. Fortunately, all these things are not mutually exclusive. You can't only do one of them. I mean, there's certainly a possibility to make some trades, get some arms.
But if you go out and get a guy like Ohtani, which I think now is over, but that's just my opinion. You can be able to go get 2 more starters. You're going to spend $70-80 million on 3 guys.
1-0 pitch. Abreu cues it foul. I think it's possible. I mean, sales money comes off the books after next year. Plus, it's not my money.
Well, that's always the best part.
I don't know. I have a very difficult time saying no to literally the modern Babe Ruth and what it would be like to have him at Fenway Park. 1-1 is a strike, fastball right on the inside corner. I know you're viewing it from the standpoint of this exact roster and the way it's built, and maybe with Yoshida and even Costas and Devers, you got a lot of guys you might want to give some time at DH. But I would say, in order to get him, reshuffle the whole deal.
Yeah, and I gave that answer to Keith, that I was out on him, and he's just like, if they sign him in the offseason, you have to spin it. I mean, would I like to have Ohtani yet? Sure. But
1-2, said no one ever. Fastball to Abreu is inside. It's 2-2.
I mean, I don't know who wouldn't like him, but just thinking as far as team building goes, I think there's 2 huge areas. I think your bullpen can be solid and deep and really good. 2 areas, it's starting pitching and an extra defender or 2 somewhere on this field. And maybe they got him internally in Story coming back full year, Rafael Abreu, who knows how they fit, but those 2 things to me are number 1.
2-2. Pitch to Wilyer is a foul ball out of the mid. Alejandro Kirk. Barrios got number 21 on. He's from Bayamon in Puerto Rico. He's got Clemente-themed spikes on. He's got the beautiful face of Roberto. Classically handsome in blue clouds. The word Boricua, Puerto Rican, on the toes. Yellow and red and blue. He sets at the belt. 2-2 to Wilyer Abreu. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. Barrios is honoring Clemente tonight. He's got it all working. He strikes out the side in impressive fashion. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Blue Jays on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Herb Chambers offers everyone from rookie drivers to Hall of Fame commuters the most choices in New England. We have the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. And with so many Herb Chambers dealership locations featuring 35 brands, you'll find the exact vehicle you're looking for. Choose from thousands of different new and pre-owned vehicles. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Because at Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Visit Herb Chambers, where the choice is yours.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Brian Bayo is on the mound for the bottom of the fourth. Blue Jays leading 3-0. Kevin Biggio, the hitter, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Big news from Shaw's and Star Market today through next Thursday. Get value pack B5 of round, bottom round, chuck tender, or bone-in chuck. A 1, swing and a miss. That was very nice. At the bottom of the zone, a changeup, and it's 0-2. $2.97 a pound. Use the digital coupon. Don't miss the big roast sale. 0-2, working quickly. I love that. That misses low. Change up 1-2. You mentioned the Oakland game we did. They gave up the home runs. Separated by a couple of innings. 3 2-run homers that day. The 1-2 low. Looking to not suffer that same fate here tonight. And amazingly, it was the same pitch. A four-seam fastball in the middle of the zone. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. McGuire hangs on to a foul tip with a sinker at the bottom of the zone. One away.
Yeah, and that's why I'm talking about usage. You know, to me, if that four-seamer is down in the zone, it's a mistake. There's just too much movement. This is a two-seamer down. And just relying on that movement, trusting in that movement to get either that swing and miss, to get a guy swing over like Biggio just did, or to get that ground ball and just trusting. And the four-seamer's got to be above the zone.
Here's Matt Chapman, right-handed hitter, and he drives one high into center field, but it hangs up for Rafael. Looking up into the night sky with the roof open here at Rogers. One pitch. There's out number 2. And that's one of the things that Jason Varitek will go over with Bayo. The one thing we don't know, Lou, is whether, that was the desired location. It's very possible that he wanted to go up top with a four-seamer and just missed down.
Yeah, that's the issue with it. I felt like last year we get your first look at him, too. Everyone's talking about the stuff, and I'm like, he just doesn't know how to use it, right? It was getting hit.
Kevin Kiermaier takes ball 1.
And that's one thing Kohler was talking about this year a lot with him early on was, hey, if you're going to get beat with your good stuff. And he continues to talk about all their pitchers the same way.
Here's a swing and a miss. Kevin Kiermaier sees a 1-1 count. Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car and help a child today. 877 Cars for Kids. CarsForKids.com. 1-1. Chop to Luis Urias at second. Room service hop. He's got it. Flipped to first. Inning over. Very nice response by Bayo, who's sort of marching off the mound stoically. To the fifth we go. 3-0 Tampa on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Football is back, and so is Cash the Ticket. Jim Costa with Mike Valeni every week this fall. That's picks, parlays, and that sweet, sweet value on all the NFL and college football matchups.
This is the most on-demand podcast of on-demand podcasts. Here's what I mean, and this is something we believe in. If you want to cry and moan, oh, my timeline, it's flooded, grow up. Okay, first world problems. Every game is going to be broken down. Why? Let me tell you as a podcast listener, I don't want to sit through 17 random games. This isn't a hostage situation. Your time is valuable. You want to hear about Miami versus Duke, but you don't want to sit through Boston College v Tech. Great. Hey, I got an app for that. Scroll the timeline. We're giving you what you want, when you want it, and very distilled fashion.
We're catered to you and the teams you love. That's Cash the Ticket. Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Not only would you look good behind the wheel of a new vehicle, you deserve it. Get to Flood Ford of East Greenwich or Flood Ford in Narragansett and we'll handle the rest. Browse our wide selection of high-quality pre-owned vehicles, all with transparent pricing. And shop with peace of mind, knowing every vehicle is backed by our Flood Advantage plan. That's free dent repair, free windshield repair, free key replacement, and more. Only at Flood Ford. Visit us in East Greenwich or Narragansett today or online at floodauto.com.
Hi, this is Adam Duvall. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Trevor Story to lead it off against the dominant Jose Barrios. We're into the fifth inning, 3-0 Toronto. Pitch to Trevor is a little cue shot out in front of the plate. He throws the bat away. Kirk picks it up with a bare hand, calmly throws. First, Trevor hit that about 90 inches. He is gone on one pitch. And now Reese McGuire in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Jaguar Land Rover Boston and Jaguar Land Rover Sudbury.
Yeah, he's another one I think that really needs to play here down the stretch and just try to see if he can get it to click before this season's over. Saw something similar from Duvall, right, for 2 months. And he came back after missing 2 months, and then all of a sudden it clicked for him. So.
McGuire lines one up the middle. Bichette, what a pick on a short hop. He throws sidearm to first in time. 2 extraordinarily quick outs. In fact, on 2 pitches, they're 2 down. I've always thought, Lou, that anytime a hitter misses spring training and joins a season midstream, it's almost impossible to get it going.
It is. I knew you weren't going to get anything from him offensively. I thought everything you would get was defense. You know, again, he didn't just miss spring training. He didn't miss the season. He missed an offseason of weightlifting, of hitting off a tee, of grooving his swing.
Here's Luis Arias. He takes outside.
Like these guys, you start baseball activity probably January 1, right? And maybe some of these guys even before that. I don't know what their routines are. That was mine. So that's a month and a half before camp. That's 3 months of hitting before the season starts.
Always a strike on a fastball at the top of the zone
that he never got. So it's, and unfortunately for him, given last year there was some struggles, so next year is an important year. And then these next 2 or 3 weeks to try to find something you feel comfortable in the box, see that baseball a little longer, stay, lay off the breaking balls down and away, and get back to the player he was in 2024.
Still 4 years in that huge deal. The 1-1 pitch to Arias is skied into right center field. Coming in on it, Kiermaier and Springer, and George Springer in right is there to make the play. That's a 5-pitch inning for Barrios. He easily does it. He's sent down 8 straight Red Sox. And the Blue Jays lead it 3-0 after 4.5 of the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Drains by James is Eastern Mass's go-to special teamer when it comes to any commercial or residential drain or pipe service. 24/7, depend on drainsbyjames.com, where they give a poop about your pipes.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Ripta's R-Line fare-free pilot is coming to an end on September 30th. Starting October 1st, passengers must pay full fare on all Rhode Island Public Transit Authority R-Line buses. Pay your Ripta fare with Wave Smart Card, Wave mobile app, or with $2 cash. On October 1st, please have your bus fare ready when boarding the R-Line. For more information, please visit Ripta.com. Thank you for riding Ripta.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Alejandro Kirk, the first hitter of the 5th inning, and he hits a little dribbler down the third base line. It rides the chalk, and just as it cuts foul, Bayo knocks it with a bare hand into foul territory.
Never understood
close?
Huh? I never understood that. You know, even like as playing third base, you deal with balls down the line. The minute it goes foul, you're supposed to touch it. For some reason, people like kind of just kick it, like you know.
Well, what if they call it fair?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if you happen to touch it as it's still touching the line, and you flip it out of you know fair foul territory, and just pick it up, just touch it, pick it up, right?
Sounds like a message for the 13 and under state champs in Massachusetts.
Ball rolls down.
Ooh. I love a good real chalk line.
You know, that's one of the little things that sometimes as a third baseman you do before a series starts.
0-1 is outside. What, you roll balls down?
Yeah, because there's a lot of baselines that sometimes they kind of roll in fair territory, roll out to foul territory, and you got an idea, just kind of being familiar of what like a ball like that might do.
1-1. Swing and a miss. I would imagine people who bunt a lot would do the same thing.
Absolutely. Bunters will always do that. And as a matter of fact, they might cheat a little bit with the grounds crew and say, hey, give me a little bump, keep this thing fair.
Never.
Just a touch. Well, you kidding me? These guys. Sinker ball pitchers, right? I want the front of the mound soaking wet. I don't want any choppers getting over the infield. I want to get those ground balls nice and soft.
1-2 is a broken bat. Comebacker. It hit Bayo right in the stomach. Kirk not moving. It bounces in front of Brian. He throws so high like a little lollipop over to first base. Number one, I don't know whether he just got smoked in the worst possible place. I think he did, which explains the reaction and the throw to first. No thanks.
Yeah. I don't know if Bayo wears a cup on the mound or not, but wasn't hit very hard at all. Kirk barely got out of the box. Behind me looked up, and then Bayo kind of threw this ball to first, almost looking like he threw it left-handed. Right? It looked very awkward. Lob.
Just get out of my hand.
Yeah.
I got to breathe. Here is Dalton Varsho. We all know, Lou, it's not always the hardest shots that leave the biggest mark.
No.
Anyone who's had little kids can understand that. 1-0 to Varsho. He takes low, and it's 2-0. 3-0 Toronto in the bottom of the fifth. Tampa Bay leads 3-0 in Baltimore in the top of the fifth. Brandon Lyles had a big game. Solo homer. That would tie the American League East. Bayo throws. Varsho foul. Third base side in 9 games against the Red Sox. Coming at Varsho, .375 with 3 homers.
This guy is hitting against the Red Sox at least. Talk to people in Toronto say he's not hitting enough, but every time we see him, he's getting knocks.
2-1. That is low. The fastball. You cannot, no matter how much he's hurt you, cannot walk Varsho with Springer, Bichette, and Guerrero to follow. 3-1. Here it is. And it's a ground ball on the right side. Arias to his right. Backhands. Plants. Throws wide. Turner tries the tag. He missed him. I'm not sure. But Varsho got the bag. I sort of wish Turner had applied the tag later on Varsho. That is another play not made on the right side of the infield. And Varsho is aboard.
Yeah, well, Arias goes to his right. He gets that little short hop up the middle. Kind of catch, takes a step and throws with momentum going towards the left across his body and just throws it off the bag and high. You know, if that was low, maybe he had a better shot at tagging him, but Varsho with that slide to first is able to avoid it.
And he definitely did get the bag, so no reason for Turner to tag him. So here is Springer. 1 on, 1 out. So much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Bayo throws. Springer takes a strike. That was borderline pitch. Slider given, and it's 0-1.
It's a good slider. You know, a lot of these guys like Varsho's 1. He fall behind 3-1. I don't care if he's sitting there and you look at it and say he's hitting 217 or he's hitting lately. All year long, he's kind of hit you well. So you sort of look and view him as a better hitter than maybe the numbers are, maybe that he is.
0-1. Up and in.
There's been a few of those guys. This guy from Kansas City, Melendez.
MJ Melendez.
I mean, you're pitching him like he's Ohtani. Because he's destroyed you. Your boy, Ohtani. The one you want.
I'm happy to plant that flag.
Like it's a bad thing.
Man. 1-1 to Springer. The pitch is foul on the first base side. My boy. I'm the only one. By the way, Cleveland continues to lead Texas 3-0 on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. You know, Alex Cora praised Urias' defensive third today. I have not been that impressed with his range at second at all. 1-2 to George Springer. Bayo sets at the belt. He throws, and Springer saws one off foul on the third base side.
There's definitely some pop there. We saw a couple swings this year and in the past, 17 and 23, but I like Reyes. I just feel like him at second base offensively, he's got some athleticism. He swings it as well, and I just think he's a good player.
3-0 Toronto in the bottom of the fifth. 1-2 with one down and Varsho at first. Pitch is low and outside. It just looks a little stiff defensively for Urias.
Yeah, when they got him too, it was a guy with pop, and this year kind of got hurt earlier in the year. Never really found it, but defensively he's a plus defender. So far what we've seen, I don't know if I'd put him in a plus category right now.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. What a pitch for Bayo. That's the right-on-right changeup. He's got his 5th strikeout. And they're 2 down for Bo Bichette.
Yeah, see, and that's where the slider comes into play for righties, right? This has always been his strikeout pitch to righties. This changeup down and in. You think it's 95, you try to turn and burn, the bottom just drops out. But now that slider comes into play, gives you something else to worry about with that swing and miss. And I think that only helped that changeup righty on righty to get even more swings.
Here's Bichette, who walked ahead of the Guerrero homer. He swings and fouls it off. It's almost like he sat in the dugout and said, wait a minute, I took ball 4. I looked at a lot of pitches. I'm hacking this next time. There's his hitter DNA, 0-1. If you need a ride after the game, take the free Fenway shuttle to Encore Boston Harbor. Get it on David Ortiz Drive across from Gate A. 0-1 pitch. Chopped toward third and foul. Play 0-2.
He's such a unique, different type of hitter. Got into like that stance and approach, but he's so, with the upper body, so turned, hands behind the back shoulder. You almost wonder, okay, how does he get his hands through without flying that front shoulder open and getting long? And he still does. Keeps his hands tight.
0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. He went around on a sinking fastball, and Bayo blows him away. 6 strikeouts overall. Red Sox now got to get to work offensively against Barrios. Top of the order, Rafaela, Devers, and Turner. The Shaws at Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Hey, baseball fans. We know this is your favorite season of the year. And now you can keep that walk-off home run feeling alive with a fresh coat of paint. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,500 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store today.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride and some fresh ocean air on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blackislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
All right, here we go into the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox trailing Jose Barrios and the Toronto Blue Jays 3-0. Top of the order, 3rd time through, which has been a problem this year for Barrios, but he has been awesome tonight. Rafaela digs in. The pitch to him is fouled off on the third base side. That's strike one. The Red Sox code word of the game is Devers. By the way, is on deck. Devers. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points.
Yeah, he's got 10 swing and misses, 6 of them on his four-seam fastball. He's just got a really good one here tonight, getting by guys.
0-1. Outside. Slurve. 1-1 to Rafaela. It's been very impressive with Cedon. 1-1. The pitch is a strike. There's another good fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, actually, there's an 11 swings on that four-seam fastball, 7 swings and misses. I mean, it's got some late life. It's up in the zone, and the Sox right now aren't catching up to it.
1-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Another whiff on a fastball. He's got that thing working. That's his 6th strikeout. Rafaela is gone. The one down. Here comes Rafi. Coming in, Lou, on his fastball, he had a 29% line drive rate, which is in the bottom 5 in the whole sport, but he is using that thing tonight.
His four-seam has been getting hit, too, and it's not getting touched here tonight.
Here's Devers, who can launch a fastball. The pitch to him is a little high. Man, Barrios is yelling at Mark Carlson, the home plate umpire. He wanted that pitch. He is emotional. He's fiery on the mound. I think oftentimes to his own detriment, Barrios. I mean, he's cruising along. There's no reason to get that upset. 1-0 is crushed high into left field, but it will hang up again. Varsho in front of the warning track makes the play, and for the 3rd time tonight, Devers flies out the other way. Hopefully that won't force him to go pull happy again. 2 down, and here comes Justin Turner.
You know, and he's barreling these balls, too. He's just losing the barrel just enough here to get these and turn them into fly balls.
Here's JT, who has doubled and flied to right. Today through Thursday, value pack B5 round, bottom round chuck, tender, bone and chuck, $2.97 a pound. Almost sounded like how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if Turner takes a fastball inside ball 1. If a round chuck could bone in chuck.
T-bone chuck.
Can you tell we got in at 4 a.m.?
A little bit. Getting a little weird now.
Thankfully, thanks to Jack Paiva, as Turner takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
I know, you know, if you didn't have that passport, your friend didn't hook you up,
yeah,
probably could have went home at a nice sleep.
Seriously.
Taking a nice little 11 o'clock flight, maybe getting in around noon, 11:30, whatever it is, 1:30.
Yeah, and Porter Air flies right across the street. The 1-1 to Turner misses inside. I have to tell you that
it's been a better experience.
If that happens again next year, like Yankees into Blue Jays, I may take that avenue.
Yeah.
Crazy. CN Tower visible with the roof open here. Elevator going up and down. Middle chamber colored pink as Turner rips one down the left field line. He's got his 2nd double of the night. That one 4 hops the base of the wall, and Justin kicks it into high gear, head first slide into second base. And there is double number 30 for Justin Turner.
Well, both these doubles came on that hanging slider. A little slurve that Barrios throws. 2nd time tonight, left it up and not over the middle of the plate. For the 2nd time tonight, Justin Turner hammered it to the left for a double.
You keep talking about, everyone does, about so many DH types on this roster and that it's going to be hard to have Turner back. If that's true, man alive, will I miss watching him hit.
Well, it's hard, man. He's been one of your best hitters, most consistent hitter since day 1.
Here's Verdugo with a chance to get the Sox their first run. Barrios throws, and Alex takes down and in. Verdugo, including the double play ball that ended the game the other day against the Orioles, has just looked a tad bit, it was actually the Yankees with Clay Holmes, disengaged at the plate the last few days.
We've seen him struggle kind of in between, right behind fastballs, up in front of breaking balls at a point in this year.
1-0 is chop foul on the first base side. And he doesn't ordinarily go with the yellow batting gloves. Guys like Rafaela and Reyes and others do. It must be the tie-in to Clemente tonight. Pirates yellow. You missed it. Tristan Casas down today. Sore right shoulder. And in the original lineup. Turner at 2nd, 2 down. 1-1 to Verdugo. Pitch is inside. He's also doing more with the bat, Verdugo, as pre-pitch than he ordinarily does. Like, I think, Lou, when he's really comfortable, he's like that Michelangelo sculpture of David, like fluid, slow, calm motion. Kind of waggling the bat with his hands right now. Here's the 2-1, and it's fouled off from the third base side. One of the things that makes him such a freak as a hitter, Lou, he just has his own timing mechanism and looks so calm.
Yeah, it really does. It's different. It is unique to others, and he'd almost like he just kind of glides into it. The pitcher holds on too much. It's almost like he slows to slow himself down with a little tap to get it back, but just glides into it. That short stroke the left center's been missing.
2-2. Swing and a foul. Kirk just cannot hang on. There's another fastball at 95, and Verdugo barely hangs on.
You know, he a lot like Devers. You know, when he's going bad, the body gets too involved. You know, his swing, trying to free up those hands and just use that quick, short little stroke. Sometimes the body maybe glides out there a little bit out in front of the hands and body. And it just sort of slows your swing down, takes the whole thing out of whack.
2-2. There it is. Verdugo skies one down the left field line. Drifting foul. Back on it. Matt Chapman on the run. He cannot get there. Foot first slide between Chapman and Varsho. No man's land, and it's 2-2. That's 77 pitches by Barrios. 84 thrown by Bayo. The 75th pitch by Red Sox hurler. Brought to you by Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. We honor the 75th anniversary of the Jimmy Fund this year. 3-0 Toronto. Verdugo's actually a little bit choked up on the bat right now. 2-2 count. Barrios from the belt throws, and Verdugo swings and misses. He got him with a slurve beneath the zone. And the inning is over. Turner has got 2 doubles, but twice has been left standing on second. To the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Toronto on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
FanDuel is America's #1 sports book and an official partner of Major League Baseball. New customers in Massachusetts can get in on the MLB action with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet and sign up at FanDuel.com/Red Sox. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. 21 plus and present in Mass. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Hope is here. Gambling helpline ma.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com or call 1-800-GAM-1234.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Si usted o un conocido tiene pensamientos suicidas o una crisis de salud mental por consumo de sustancias, llame o envíe un texto al 988 o chatee con nosotros en 988lifeline.org. El 988 Lifeline es confidencial, gratis y disponible 24/7 para uso personal o para un ser querido que le preocupe y necesite apoyo en caso de crisis. Consejeros de crisis capacitados están disponibles para escuchar, apoyar y ayudar.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s got the big swing in the game. He leads off from the bottom of the 6th. Brian Bayo lines, he throws, and Vladdy takes low. That was better. Sinking fastball down and in, 1-0.
Yeah, it's that four-seam fastball, 97 down and in that I just don't know if that pitch belongs in the bottom of the zone. Throw that sinker.
1-0. That one misses outside with a slider. 2-0 to Vladdy. Just an enormous struggle against the American League East for Toronto this year. 2-0 is a broken bat line drive into left field. That's a base hit. That's how strong he is. Bayo came in with a slider. He broke the bat, but he launched it. Lined into left, and a leadoff single. 12 And 25 against the American League East are the Blue Jays. And that's got to change if they're going to make the playoffs. And it's starting well tonight. But after these three with the Red Sox, they only have Tampa and New York the rest of the way. That's it. On the road and then back here to finish up the year. Davis Schneider fouls. First pitch changeup off the end of the bat.
Well, they come into this series, and obviously there's that big sweep out in Boston a couple weeks ago. But they're still 7-3 versus the Red Sox, or 3-7 rather. They're 3-10 versus Baltimore. That's not going to help. 3-4 against the Yankees and Tampa.
0-1 misses down and in.
With 6 more games to be played against both of them.
John Schneider said in his office before the game today that he views it more as an opportunity to reverse that narrative. He said the biggest thing against the American League East, they've not made big pitches against the real threatening hitters. Barrios has tonight. 1-1. Bayo's ready. He throws, and Schneider rips one down the left field line, but foul. This dude had the single highest OPS through 25 career games in the history of the sport. It all started at Fenway.
One thing I like about this kid is we've seen it with some other young hitters, maybe even on the Red Sox team, but use that phrase, dominate the zone with him. Like he does. He stays off the edges. He gets a pitch in the middle of the plate. He does damage with it. Really nice approach.
Guy who almost quit the game 3 years ago. 1-2. The pitch is high. He, at that time after the lost COVID year, was hitting a .170 in the minor leagues. This is like late in May, early in June. He legitimately was thinking about hanging it up. And he called a former teammate of his who said, "Do not do that. You will regret it immediately until they take it away from you. Keep going." 2-2 to Schneider. Bayo throws, and he takes strike 3 on the inside corner. 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Bayo's 7th strikeout, and there's one away.
And that's with that sinker, the hitter, it's tough to see because he starts it away, and it just comes back. He gets the play, gets a lot of the plate, actually. Ooh, so much movement at 96.
Yeah, the little track man that follows the pitch home. And the telecast, it looks like a parabola sometimes, a sinking fastball. Here's Kevin Biggio, and he takes high for ball 1.
You know, I was reading an article, I forget who did it in Boston media, on Chris Martin and the year that he's having, and the fact that he doesn't walk guys. And we was talking about it's tough because hitters know he's going to throw strikes, and that way he can expand a little bit at times. But he made a comment.
1-0. That's foul.
That I think every pitcher needs to realize. When he said hitting's not easy. And I understand that. You know, and he's like, and I go after, I challenge guys, I throw strikes, and I think sometimes, and a lot of it has to do with results or maybe not having a lot of confidence in yourself, but you give them too much credit and you start nibbling because you think everything's going to get hit.
1-1 is down. And Kyle Snyder, the Rays pitching coach, famously wears a shirt around, or at least he did in years past, that says, "Remember the 94."
Yeah.
And what that is 94 times, they've tracked it for years, fastballs middle on the first pitch are not hit hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Mentally, it's hard to feel that way.
2-1 is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Good changeup.
You know, back when they had the interleague and National League style and the pitchers used to hit, I know Derek Lowe, who was not a good hitter, great golfer, can't hit. Stepped in the box, and I forget who, we faced somebody with a sinker, and he came in, he's like, wow, that ball really moved a lot. Does mine do that?
It does. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him, did Bayo. Man alive, the strikeouts piling up for Brian. That sinker was just way past Biggio when he offered at it.
And the point is like, it's almost like you tell these pitchers, like, do you realize how hard this sinker is to hit when you execute it? When you just show me in the zone, or even if you just threw it down the middle at times, like, it's not easy to hit.
This ties a season high in strikeouts for Bayo. 2 down for Matt Chapman. He chops the first pitch foul. You and D-Lo had some good times on the road, didn't you?
He's a good man. Yeah, he's a good pitcher. Good guy.
Really annoyingly great on the golf course.
Really good golfer. You don't want to do everything 100 miles an hour. You're on the mound, like Tech with a guy on second. Always had to go last sign to slow him down. If you went first sign, he'd start to throw before Tech was done with the signs.
0-1 to Chapman. Glad he's still at first. Chapman takes fastball high, 1-1.
I was down in AAA when they made that trade. Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek came over.
How'd that work out?
97, I think it was, maybe, or 96.
Truly one of the great trades of all time. Heathcliff Slocum, the 1-1, fouled off on the first base side.
Brought over a couple of mainstays, right? You need stuff like that once in a while to come through.
Tell you what, the kid Kyle Teal, who they took first in the draft this season, has been awesome in the minor leagues. Tearing it up already at Double-A with power. 1-2 to Matt Chapman. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him a career high in strikeouts for Brian Bayo. 9 punchies. Bayo indeed. To the 7th we go. 3-0. Red Sox trailing the Jays in the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Getting ready to apply for college or a new job? Thought about what your online presence says about you? Visit lifebrand.life to remove cringeworthy content from your social media accounts and increase your chances of being a top-rated applicant. Lifebrand.life. Make a good first impression today.
Aetna has a network of over 1.6 million care providers. But what does that really mean for you? Well, ever heard of an otolaryngologist? They specialize in head and neck problems, and we've got 7,877 of them ready to straighten you out. From allergists to urologists, we treat healthcare as a team sport. So when your health moment arrives, you can trust our network of doctors have your back, because healthier happens together. For all your healthcare moments, choose Aetna. Learn more at aetna.com/moments.
Si usted o un conocido tiene pensamientos suicidas o una crisis de salud mental o por consumo de sustancias, llame o envíe un texto al 988 o chatee con nosotros en 988lifeline.org. El 988 Lifeline es confidencial, gratis y disponible 24/7 para uso personal o para un ser querido que le preocupe y necesite apoyo en caso de crisis. Consejeros de crisis capacitados están disponibles para escuchar, apoyar y ayudar.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
3-0 Toronto, top of the 7th. Yoshida to bat for the 3rd time. He's twice struck out against Jose Barrios. Been awesome. The pitch to Yoshida is outside. I'll tell you, I mean, Barrios has been great, but Bayo's been every bit as good other than one pitch. 1-0. To Yoshida. The pitch is lined to right field over the glove of Biggio into the outfield, and it's a leadoff single for Yoshida. Off the bat, I thought Biggio had a chance to make that play. He did not. Yoshida all smiles at first, and a rally begins for the Sox.
Yeah, Biggio just out of his reach. I saw, if you notice, Vlad and Bo Bichette tried to help him out a little bit. Both of them left their feet. They tried to maybe help him get a little extra.
Like willing him higher?
Yeah, get up, and they just couldn't do it. But all 3 of them on that side of the field all left their feet.
I've got a good feeling about Wilyer Abreu right here. Barrios throws, and Abreu takes outside ball 1. I just have fallen in love with this hitter.
See, I'm with you. I think he's in the mix next year. He's not just a role player. I think he could solidify himself in one of these outfield spots with the way he swings the bat and plays defense with that arm.
He's come up big. Pitch is on the ground to first for Guerrero. Very nice hopping play. Gloves and throws to first to get Yoshida. That's all they'll get. Abreu safe at first. That one almost ate Guerrero up kind of at the belt buckle. But the Gold Glove winner from a year ago handled it. That's disappointing for Abreu. Nice play at first and 1 down.
That was a nice job getting his body in front of it. Got enough of it. Probably only going to get 1 out of that. It was a tough play. Took some time for him to field that ball, get back down after a little jump and a little hop rather, and get it over to Bo at short.
Here's Trevor's Story. The pitch to him is a fastball for strike. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be redistributed or retransmitted in any form. Council descriptions may not be disseminated without the written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. 0-1 to Story. Pitch fouled off the end of the bat. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Chevy of Danvers.
Just another thing that really doesn't make sense with this team. You're looking at Barrios now in that seventh inning, very efficient, 84 pitches. His 30th start of the year. He's going to be approaching almost 180 innings after this one. Chris Bassett, 30 starts, 178 innings. Gossman, 29 starts, 172. Kikuchi, 29 starts. These four guys have been healthy. He gave you 153. We praise Bale for being in that 140 range. He's your horse. They've got four guys that have been out there every single day, giving you 170 innings.
I would say two things about that. 0-2 to Trevor Story. The pitch is swung on a miss badly over the top of a breaking ball. That's 8 strikeouts for Barrios, and out falls to Reese McGuire with 2 down. First of all, how are they not at the top of the division, the Orioles and Rays? And the two answers are a lack of clutch hitting at times, and clearly some bullpen shakiness. I mean, you just don't have those numbers if you don't give it up late.
By the way, all four of those guys have a sub-4 ERA. They're all ERAs in the 3s.
It's marvelous. Here's the pitch to McGuire, and it's a fastball for a strike 0-1.
I mean, you think about it, if you got any kind of production like that. I mean, when Bayo starts, it's like you can unload your pen the night before, and the day after it's nice and fresh, and you're hoping he gives you 6. These guys give you 6 every single night.
Times have changed. Chris Murphy's up and throwing for the Sox as McGuire takes inside. Bayo has thrown 100 pitches. Well, 1, actually. We'll see if he gets to start the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Toronto. Bayo leading away at first. And ball 1 strike to McGuire. Here it is. Swinging a foul on the third base side on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Tampa 7, Baltimore 1. So Zach Eflin is in line to get another win. The Rays are going to tie Baltimore. And earlier this week, they were 4 games back.
Yeah, it's so big with this new format as well. Remember, top 2 seeds will get a bye. Minnesota division winner will play the 6th seed, the 3rd wild card team. You want to win the division and watch.
1-2 is popped out on the third base side. Yeah, at the moment, if it ended today, the bracket, which is always changing, as you say, the division winner, Tampa, would play the winner of that final wild card, 3rd division winner, Minnesota, and at the moment, that would be Seattle. 1-2 to Reese McGuire. Pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. Kiermaier easily back to his left. He's there to make the play. The Red Sox have gotten nothing from the bottom third of the order here tonight. Stretch time in Toronto. 3-0 Jays in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Risa, a prescription-only 150-milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Si tiene pensamientos suicidas o una crisis mental o por consumo de sustancias, hay consejeros a su disposición. Llame o envíe un texto al 988 o chatee con nosotros en 988liveline.org. 988 significa ayuda para la salud mental.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride and some fresh ocean air on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith.
Come with me to Black Island.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Chris Murphy is on in relief for Brian Bea, who really was fabulous tonight, with the exception of one pitch to Vlad Guerrero Jr., which is the difference in the game. Murphy will see Kiermaier, Kirk, and Varsho on the Herb Chambers batting order. It's amazing to me. This is Chris Murphy's 49th appearance of the year. I don't feel like he's been on the mound that many times.
Are you sure about that? Is that
I just flopped it up on the board. Maybe that's wrong.
I'm looking at it here.
Oh, that's 48 hits. His 15th appearance. They had it flipped on the board.
42 and 2/3 innings.
Sounds more like it.
I was going to say 48th appearance.
I was like, am I not paying attention? 1-1 with a 4.64 ERA. Here's Kiermaier. Takes low, ball one.
Remember Murphy's last time out went 4 against the Dodgers. 9 hits, 6 earned runs. That was a game Paxton threw and wasn't really effective at all.
1-0 is fouled to our left.
Because
both just over.
And at the time, starters weren't going deep. Once you give me 4, you're down for 3 or 4 days. So they ended up optioning him down to AAA. It's the first time we've seen him since. We called today before the game.
6 runs in 4 innings last time. There's a really good breaking ball. Slider on the outside corner, 1-2 to Kiermaier. You've been in this position as a hitter, Lou. The Red Sox out of it. These games in the standings don't mean a lot to the overall club. Murphy throws a 1-2, and it's swung on a miss. Good stuff to get Kiermaier. There's one away, but for Murphy, these are hugely important to him. Not just the back of the baseball card numbers, but momentum into the offseason. He would like to finish his first major league season on an upswing.
Yeah, listen, I didn't think he deserved to go down. It was just more of the timing thing, and like I said, he went down basically because Paxton went 4 innings in that game, and it's the only reason why, but I thought he's throwing the ball real well for this team. He's had 2 outings where he got blown up. That last outing he gave up 6, and actually last time he faced his Toronto team, he gave up 6 as well in a similar type situation.
0-1 to Alejandro Kirk. He fouls the next one back, and it's 0-2.
Where he was just left out there. But other than that, 12, 14 appearances, 12 of them actually really good. Yeah, he's shown he can give you some length, which we know is very important out of a bullpen. And his last few outings here for him, a little bit of an audition.
0-2. Swing and a miss. This is pretty good stuff from Murphy. And that's a breaking ball down underneath the zone. 2 hitters face, 2 hitters fan. That is overall 11 strikeouts of Toronto hitters. Here comes Dalton Varsho. For every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cards for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 877 Cards for Kids. CardsForKids.com. All right, here's Varsho, who's singled. Got it into a force out and scored. The pitch to this left-handed hitter misses outside, ball 1. Murphy, a revelation out of the bullpen for the Red Sox. He got hit so hard as a starter at AAA. 1-0. That's fouled straight back.
Being able to go multiple innings, too, is very valuable, but it also can be a curse. Because you get these multiple innings maybe when you're trailing in games, and when you go 3 or 4, the team sort of looks at you as, well, I can't use you for 4 days. Let's option you down and call up another guy that can go 3 or 4.
One that's spoken like a man who knows about bad breaks going to the minor leagues.
Yeah, it's not fun until you burn all those option years. But you go 4 in these blowout wins, but again, you can't be used for a while, so they look at it as, I need another arm up here.
1-2 is a foul ball, almost strike 3 again. And you're right, there's 2 sides to that. One, if you come in and the team's trailing, you're almost always going to be left out there.
You're left out, you're hung to dry. And we've seen that. I think we've seen that outing. Maybe the first inning or so he's okay. The second inning's all right. But the third, fourth, he starts just dying out there, and the stuff isn't as sharp.
1-2, foul back.
And just gets left. Right? Just gets left.
Yeah, that combo, you get to wear it for the team. You stay on the mound, you get hammered, and then the next day you're gone.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Reset our bullpen now. See ya. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul 2 times ago when we were on the road. He got optioned, I think, when we were in Tampa. And he was very emotional about it. And at that time, especially, it did feel totally unfair. Joe Vera stayed around because he hadn't pitched that day. Murphy went down. 1-2. That's in the dirt. 2-2. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at NissanUSA.com. 2-2 the pitch. High fly foul down the left field line. Long run over for Devers, but 5 rows into the seats.
You go back to that, and again, if James Paxton's able to go 6, Chris Murphy doesn't get sent down, right? I mean, he just doesn't. And, a veteran guy like Paxton, I'm sure, well aware of that as well. And kind of when that move was made, he kind of almost, I'm sure he felt it.
2 down in the 7th. 3-0 Toronto, the 2-2. Check swing on a slider that missed outside, and it's 3-2. Would veteran players ever sort of console you, Lou, when you got sent down?
Yeah, I think a lot, because, again, a lot of times had to do with, similar to Murphy, like others.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him, and Chris Murphy strikes out the side in the bottom of the 7th. Welcome back, Murph. To the 8th we go. 3-0 Toronto. Urias at least scheduled to lead off, and then Rafaela and Devers for the Sox and the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
You can forget your password or your keys. You can even forget your kids.
Dad?
But one thing you don't forget is delicious Cumberland Farms coffee.
Just $1.29. Any size, any way you like it. Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
The New England Center for Children, a global leader in autism education and research, is hiring teachers of all experience levels. Whether you're a recent college graduate or an experienced professional looking for a change, NECC can help you establish or grow a career gaining hands-on experience working with children with autism and helping them live more independent lives. New hires can qualify for up to $10,000 in bonuses, and staff can earn a free graduate degree in ABA or a related field. Visit NECC today at necc.org/careers for openings and more information. NECC is an equal opportunity employer.
On life's journey, we all need guideposts. Find inspiration and discover your next great Bible, devotional, or faith-based read at shopguidepost.org. Plus, enjoy free shipping on orders $45 or more with code FREESHIP45.
Ripta's R-Line fare-free pilot is coming to an end on September 30th. Starting October 1st, passengers must pay full fare on all Rhode Island Public Transit Authority R-Line buses. Pay your Ripta fare with Wave Smart Card, Wave mobile app, or with $2 cash. On October 1st, please have your bus fare ready when boarding the R-Line. For more information, please visit Ripta.com. Thank you for riding Ripta.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Jordan Hicks, the flamethrower, who seems like almost always either totally overpowering or can't find the strike zone, is on to face the Red Sox in the 8th inning in relief of the dominant Jose Barrios. We'll tell you about Hicks and Arias in just a moment, but first, 10-second station ID on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Jordan Hicks is on, the guy they got at the deadline from the St. Louis Cardinals. Huge, enormous power arm from the right side. Urias is 0 for 2. Jose Barrios was phenomenal tonight for the Jays. Here's Urias. Hicks throws, and a fastball right in there. That's an encouraging sign. 97, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, sinker slider. A little changeup, but not much. Well, that fastball right there, 97. I guess we've been seeing a lot of that lately. Haven't really seen 101, 102 from him, which you can get it up to.
0-1 is chopped foul on the third base side. 0-2. Tell you the results of the Diesel Direct question. That's Sox booth.
Big debate.
I win, you lose. 0-2 to Arias. Hicks is at the belt. Infield backed up. The pitch is just outside. So we asked who you'd rather sign if you could only get one. Ohtani or Yamamoto, 59% says Shohei.
Well, it's more of a study of the human mind. Vote for someone you've seen or vote for someone you've never seen before.
1-2 is in the dark curveball.
Right.
And it's 2-2. Both are great. It's just that one is proven in the big leagues that he's essentially Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
The other is, an increasingly known quantity. And he's been utterly dominant on the mound in Japan. 2-2. The pitch is another foul ball. I think 3 times, Lou, he's won the pitching triple crown over there. ERA and strikeouts and wins.
It's really going to be fascinating to see what the deal is to get a guy like Yamamoto. As they come out to look at Arias, who took that foul ball kind of off that leg.
Well, everyone wants him, Lou. And as we know, there are a lot of big money teams who had disappointing seasons who are looking to spend money.
And for me, the biggest thing about this kid here, number one, I feel like the game's starting to translate to the major league level, right? I feel like the players are coming over. There's more power over there now with fastball. Hitters are at a different level than maybe they were from a few years ago. But the fact that he's going to turn 25, or he's 25 years old, look around the league. You go look at all the free agent pitchers that are out there. They're all 29, 30, 31 or older. To get a guy at 25 years old that you feel good about, now it's no guarantee in health. We get it in pitchers. But at 25, they're just not out there. You don't see them anywhere.
The market will be enormous. Luis Arias is hilarious. He just had Alex Cora cracking up at home plate. Kirk was joining in. 2-2 after that foul ball off his shin. Here's the pitch, and that is strike 3 called after all that. 101 at the bottom of the zone, 1 down.
Well, there's 101.
Any guesses on what it'll take to get Yamamoto?
See, and that's the thing. Like a lot of these guys in Japan, because it's an unknown, because you don't know if it's going to translate, you get a guys in extremely reasonable contracts. But with this kid,
here's Rafaela. There's the posting fee too. The pitch is a strike, top of the zone. Like, I think you may remember this differently. I believe $90 million is the Yoshida contract, and I think they paid $15 million additional as the posting fee. 0-1 to Rafaela, misses outside, 1-1.
Well, I can tell you is that Kodai Senga was the big guy right out of Japan.
Yeah.
Right? He was the guy, and by the way, an amazing year so far with the Mets. 27 starts, 2.95 ERA. He got 5 years, $75 million.
It's way north of that for this guy. 1-1 to Rafaela. The pitch is fouled off. In fact, I had said to Chaim Bloom a couple months ago, well, just write a check for $200 million and go get Yamamoto. He said it's going to be more than that.
Right, and that's the thing. Like you look at what Yoshida, everybody's laughing at the Red Sox. What they gave him, $17 million a year, $18 million a year. I look at Kodai Senga, he got $15 million a season. This kid could be a Japanese pitcher approaching $30 million a year for 8 years.
Amazing. 1-2. Pitch. Rafaela chops it on the right side. Guerrero comes in, backhands. Hicks over to cover. He's there, and he wins a foot race barely. As Rafaela, the Sox have had absolutely nothing going offensively tonight. 2 down, and here's Devers. Turner has 2 doubles. Abreu 1. The only other hit, Yoshida. 5 hits in 7 shutout innings for Barrios. And Lou, look, you talked about the staff, the innings, the starts. These Blue Jays, Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, who are in some hot water right now because of the standings. Pitch to Devers is a fastball inside, ball 1. This is the kind of start from Barrios that pays that faith off. They needed him tonight, and he was awesome.
Yeah, but this organization's flipped the other way. I think, you look at the Red Sox here, when you talk about core, you say, well, he can only go out there and put the guys that are given to him, right? The other guys in that bullpen are defensively, he's given what he's given. They're players. The Yankees, you can look at and say, that roster's not right. You can look at upper management and say, you're the one that gave me these players if you're Aaron Boone. Here, if I'm Mark Shapiro, I've given you everything you need. I have improved our defense. We're the best defensive team in the baseball. I have paid for starting pitching. I have traded for starting pitching. We have the third best starting pitching, in all of baseball. We get innings. Like, we have players, and we're not winning. I've done my job. This front office, to me, has done their job.
3-0 to Devers. 2 down. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. If Devers gets something to handle here, he could hit it to Saskatchewan. I mean, this is power on power. 3-1, 2 down, 3-0 Toronto. The pitch is a check swing. He went around. Fooled there a little bit with a sinker at, 99 miles an hour. And it's 3-2.
Nothing that fast should drop like this.
No.
If you throw 99, it really should be a fastball. But I'll tell you what, Raffy was just guessing fastball because he committed. He wasn't even close to the zone.
3-2 the pitch. Swing and a high drive into deep left center field. Back on to Kiermaier at the warning track. He's got room. He makes the play. 4 fly balls to left and left center tonight for Devers. I'll tell you what, I'll take those outs even though it's an 0 for Devers. 3-0 Toronto. Bottom 8 next on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Before the game.
It's time to get health insurance. Whether you're losing Mass Health coverage or looking for a new plan, the Massachusetts Health Connector can help. In Massachusetts, everyone is required by law to be insured, and the Health Connector is the only place to get help paying for your health insurance. Find the right plan for you and your family. Visit mahealthconnector.org or call 1-877-MA-ENROLL. That's 1-877-MA-ENROLL. Act now. Stay covered.
Ready to pop the question? The jewelers at BlueNile.com have got sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds, and they're ready to ship to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code RADIO to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code RADIO at BlueNile.com for $50 off. BlueNile.com.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Chris Murphy continues as we go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 Toronto. George Springer in the top of the order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers. Springer fouls the first pitch back. Man, did Murphy get away with one there? 90 miles an hour in the middle of the plate. On one, stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Nissan makes cars the thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. NissanUSA.com. A 1 high from Murphy with a slider, and it's 1-1. Well, the Red Sox have struck out 6 straight Blue Jays in 8 of 9.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Other than that, Vlad got that single. That's been it.
1-1. That's a little low. Like a changeup. It was, and it's 2-1.
Both these teams really kind of, their offense can just disappear. And that's been the biggest problem, I think, for both of these teams. Stay consistent. We were talking about before, if there was one stat they'd like to lead the league in, it's hitting with runners in scoring position.
2-1 is high in the air into right field. Verdugo drifting in, now over to his left. He's there to make the play, 1 down. I was a little surprised to hear some of the chatter around the season that George Springer has had. The folks here are really frustrated with his offensive approach in wide swaths of the season.
Yeah, that free swinging approach kind of almost reminds me of Raffy at times throughout this year, where you look at the end of the year and you see he's got pretty good numbers.
Bichette takes a fastball inside.
But that free swinging approach, how many empty at bats has it been? First pitch changeup out in front, back to the pitcher. And I think Springer swinging it early in counts as well. It could be first pitch pop up, and that can be frustrating.
1-0 to Bo Bichette. The pitch fouled off in on his hands. It is 3-0 Toronto in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Red Sox are due to have Turner, Verdugo, and Yoshida. And Wilyer Abreu. Attendance tonight brought to you by Citgo. 35,680. Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline gets you where you're going. 1-1. Blew him away with a fastball right there. Did Murphy. It's actually a slider, and it's 1-2.
I was mentioning that whole runners in scoring position stat. Number 1 in baseball, Baltimore. Number 2, Tampa. Number 3, Texas. Number 4, Houston.
1-2 is a chopper to third. Tough play for Devers. He gloves. He throws to first, and they got him. Well, maybe Bichette's not running as well because of the leg injuries, but still, that was fabulous from Devers, and they're 2 down.
A really nice play by Raffy. I didn't think he had a shot at getting Bo off the bat. He really got jammed and just kind of hit this ball off the knuckles a little bit. Raffy does a great job coming in. Gets that short hop right at the baseline of third base towards third. Delivers a strong throw to first to get him by a step.
So 2 down, bases empty. Here's Guerrero, who takes down and in, ball 1. Tomorrow a 3:07 start time. 1-0. That's outside. That's Chris Sale's start. The Blue Jay closer, Jordan Romano, is warming in the bullpen. It must be a crossing of wires. Everybody here, including the broadcasters, call him Romano. But I've literally heard him say in their rejoiners his name a different way as the 2-0 pitch is outside. Like, he will say, hey, this is Jordan Romano. You're listening to Blue Jays baseball on the Fan, whatever, 660.
Well, unless he wants you to call him Romano, that pretty much reads as Romano, I would think.
Come on, he's a good paisan, right?
Yeah, what are we
3-0 is a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 3-1. The reverse wave is going here at the Rogers Center.
Everything's backwards north of the border. No, goes the other way.
It's like toilets in Australia, right? 3-1 is popped up on the infield. Murphy, get out of the way. Here comes Turner, Devers, and it's Raffy on the side of the mound to make the play, and the inning is over. Pitchers, well, they shouldn't try to field. We go to the 9th inning. 3-0 Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
This cardboard order, is it up to date?
Camila's recyclable coffee cup factory can no longer be considered a grande.
Redesign? It's at the printer.
She needs more designers to jump the business to a triple shot.
Client wants to see several more design options. The logo's gotta be bigger.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Justin Turner. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
You say Romano, I say Romano. The Blue Jays closer Jordan is on the mound, trying to lock this thing down, stop their losing streak. 3-0. The Red Sox have had some moments against Romano this year and in the past. They will have Will Boston, Turner, Verdugo, and Yoshida. So pretty well set up here to try to spark a rally. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show at Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Justin Turpin back to the flagship WEEI. Nick Majorano, one of our absolute favorites. Making it happen here inside the Rogers Center. Nick is good for technical expertise and 6 or 7 good laughs a night. We'll forgive him for the horrible joke he just told us going into the top of the 9th inning. It's Turner, but first, Kirk is to the mound to try to talk things over with Romano.
Romano's tough. Fastball's going to be 97, 98. Fastball slider. Goes to slider slightly more than the fastball, but pretty much two-pitch guy.
He's converted 34 of 37 saves.
That's impressive.
Kenley-like. Here is Turner. Leading off the top of the ninth. Turner's had the best night by far at the plate. He takes a fastball outside, ball one, maybe a little high.
I'd say that many nights.
Yep. Again, you would like to figure a way to keep him around, not just the production, but the influence on everyone else. Here's a pitch that's called a strike on the inside corner. Fastball 1-1.
To me, the biggest thing is if he comes back, fine. Obviously, everybody would want him back. If he does not, there needs to be a right-handed bat between Devers and Casas.
A very good one at that. Here's the 1-1. It is swung on a miss. He tried to hold up, could not. And it's 1-2. So important to balance the lineup in that way.
Yeah, it really is. Pretty left-handed heavy as it is. You expect Duran to be in the mix, Yoshida to go along with Devers and Casas, and who knows who else.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was nasty. Fastball at 98. One away. The Red Sox tonight struck out 10 times. Alex Verdugo is 2 for 8 with a couple homers against Romano, including one on a Sunday afternoon here that put the Red Sox ahead for good. That was the last time we were here. At that time, the Red Sox undefeated against Toronto. As Verdugo stands in, he takes strike one. In danger now of dropping 4 straight to the Jays. And Hicks was good, a scoreless inning with a strikeout. 1-1 to Verdugo, who is 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. The pitch is a little high, man. Close with the slider, but it's 1-1.
Romano all over the edges right now.
You can usually tell almost immediately with him whether he's got it or not. 1-1. Pitch. That's way outside. His first real miss. I'm glad you jinxed him, Lou. That's more of that, please.
That's what we do.
2-1 to Verdugo. Pirates lead the Yankees on the Subaru of New England scoreboard 5-3. Tampa 7, Baltimore 1. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Man, another slider into the hands. It's 2-2. Verdugo shaking out his hands as if he felt something on that miss.
He's grabbing that right thumb.
He's had issues with that. Goes back to when he blew out a tire rounding first base. Had it wrapped up, and it's barking right now. One down, top 9. 3-0 Toronto. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Verdugo. Yoshida is out on deck. Romano takes a deep breath. He throws, and Verdugo swings and pops it up. Back at third base toward the line. Chapman in foul ground is there to make the play. And the Red Sox are down to their last out.
Well, it's been one of those nights. He's done absolutely nothing offensively against Barrios, Hicks, and now here Romano.
They had 5 hits so far. 4 of them came with 2 outs. And just did not get cashed in. Here's Yoshida, the last hope. 2 down, bases empty. Pitch is low. The slider. This has a chance to be a great night for the Blue Jays. And it looks like it will be. Cleveland is mauling the Rangers 9-0. So Toronto could pick up a full game in the chase for the 3rd wild card. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. Actually, it's Seattle right now who's in the 3rd wild card. Texas with the sweep of 4 games. They're into the 2nd wild card, a game clear of Seattle.
Yeah, it's all messed up too. So close. Texas only 1 game behind Houston in the division.
1-1. That's high and outside.
Well, Houston tonight is actually trailing Kansas City 1-0. So that there's basically 3 teams fighting for the division wild card with Toronto right now. It's 4 teams for 3 spots.
2-1. Swinging a high pop-up down the left field line, drifting foul. Chapman a long run, he can't get there.
And of course, you got the battle of the American League East. So the Central is pretty much decided, right? Minnesota, who by the way is the worst. of the teams that are in that playoff race, all of them. But come down the last couple of weeks, could all flip-flop.
Everybody up at the Rogers Center. 2 down in the ninth. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Yoshida. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. He blew him away with a fastball, and the Blue Jays shut out the Red Sox. 3-0 in the opener. Big win for the Blue Jays' playoff aspirations. Red Sox mustered just 5 hits against Barrios, Hicks, and Romano. Big swing from Vladdy Guerrero Jr. The difference in this one on a night that otherwise Brian Bayo was very, very good. Jays take the opener, 3-0. Totals and postgame show next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Did you know that Cumberland Farms actually invented coffee? Well, genius, that's the sort of thing you might believe when you forget your morning cup. Don't forget, Cumby's coffee, any size, just $1.29.
Plus tax. Prices higher in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket locations.
Quick, before the next inning, here's how to make a Rosa Luna Mezcal Margarita in under 30 seconds. Grab a shaker with ice, pour 2 parts agave nectar to 1 part water. Squeeze out all the juice of 1 lime, do a nice 3-second pour of Rosa Luna Mezcal, and shake. Pour into your favorite glass and garnish with a lime wheel, if you're fancy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your Mezcal Marg, featuring Rosa Luna, the less smoky Mezcal. Recognized as one of the best Mezcals in the world 2023. Now let's play ball.
If you or someone you know are having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call or text 988, or you can chat with us at 988lifeline.org. Trained crisis counselors are available to listen, support, and help. The 988 Lifeline is confidential, it's free, and it's available 24/7. And 988 can be for personal use or for a loved one you may be worried about who needs crisis support. Help is available. Speak with a crisis counselor today.
Football season is finally back, and BetQL is here to help you win more consistently this year. BetQL is an absolute game changer if you're looking to find trends to help you win. Make smarter bets on spreads, totals, player props, and more. BetQL has already helped over 300,000 people with powerful analytics and community insights. Don't fumble away your cash this football season. Visit BetQL.com for their free daily analysis today. That's BetQL.com. BetQL.com.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
New Dove Men Body Wash gives 24 hours of nourishing micro moisture, so your skin feels healthy and smooth from your morning workout playlist to the relaxing music you chose for dinner. Get healthier, smoother feeling skin all day with New Dove Men Body Wash.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this